call me slipstick. I'm wrapped on poor Joe, yeah. My club, the mix, they call me Coverland, hey. Backside the ones I call you Fireplay, hey. Light it great, know my body coming our way. Last a year to get on muddy north. Hope she killing less neck. Crippin' no more creatures, but got a pick in his neck. Can't rhyme with they love, ain't business clear. Tales been spent told in the kitchen. Next, now I gotta crowd my time and he make you alright. Leaving my learning these hoes of a game back. Need you ever talk about you on face and pay?
My theme music.
My viewers forever. But that one seemed a lot louder than the other ones, innit? What's going on, my people? Huh? Hold on, let me get my charger in because it's looking like it's not. 1 minute. There you go. Huh? What's going on? Good morning. Good afternoon, and of course, good evening, wherever you are around the world, man. Wherever you are around the world, man. What's going on? Make sure you're liking the video. Make sure you're sharing it out. You know what I mean? Ain't no difference in the instructions. Yeah, we had 9, now we got 5. So it's looking a bit spooky already, innit? I don't know who else is on. Maybe the broski. God knows. You know what I mean? God knows. But hope we're well today. Hope we're well today. Yeah, man, I'm tired today, man. I had a bad sleep yesterday, I can't lie. Just up like every couple of hours, tossing and turning, getting back to sleep for a bit, waking up, going. So it was just a bit blur, you know what I mean? But we're here, baby, we're here. You know what I mean? We have to try and lift up and get some energy in the building, man. So I hope you guys are well. I was just trying to set up. So I was like maybe 30 seconds late. Let me see who's in the building, though, nice and early. You know what I mean? Like I said, we had nearly 10, now we got 4. I don't know what's going on. If Shane's still going, big him up. Normal guy, first like, sub, and share. Yes, man. Appreciate you coming in, and I appreciate you being first.
Amazing.
You know what I mean? Joshy J's in the building today. You telling me, bro? Hope you're good. Hope you're good. Like, sub, share. All of that. All of that. Roy's in the building as well. I've had enough of these hydration water breaks. How long before Premier League incorporates this nonsense? It breaks the flow of the game and relieves game pressure on the players. not a fan. Same. There's lots of things that we agree on, right? There's a few things that we don't every now and again, but I think by the by, we kind of agree on most things, and that is definitely something I agree on. So I've been bigging up everyone that's been booing. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's like, as you said, it saves the team. They're under pressure, hydration break. You know, now the momentum is gone, if I can talk. And for the other side as well, if they're building up momentum and they're starting to, like, you know, pin them back and things like that, the last thing you want is an advert break. And that's how we know it's an advert break, way, because even when it's pissing down with rain, they're still having hydration breaks. The hydration breaks are meant to be there for the heat. Do you know what I'm trying to say? What do you need a hydration break if you're playing in the rain for? I understand it can still be humid and stuff like that, but nah, I think I know what's going on. Just like if you watch any match on ITV, you're going to get ads, and I hope it doesn't incorporate itself to the Premier League. I really do, man. I really do. You're wearing one of my favorite Arsenal shirts. Big up, man. Appreciate you, my G. Just like little old things just I found in the house, innit? I was just like, oh, that one. Put it on, you know, like that. I have my Ireland one clean, but we'll probably wear that later for the England game, you know. Big up to Ray, though. Hope you're good, man. He's bigging up Joshy J as well. Good morning. Yes, man. Big up to you. Bigging up normal guy. Khalid's back in the building. Big up, bro. Big up to you. Big up, man. Said they delayed the game last night till 3 a.m. Never. Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. I watched a little bit of Sweden against France. Sweden just absolutely got worked, in my humble opinion. Gyökeres should have scored a goal. That chance he had in the second half, I was pissed off. I ain't gonna lie. Seeing Elise and Mbappe just doing what they do, man. Elise, bro, I'm sorry, bro. I heard Shane and someone was saying, oh, Elise's not better than Dembele. I'm just thinking, what's the matter with people, man? To me, he is, isn't it? There ain't even a debate. Dembele's not a shit player at all. Can use both feet, can play in different positions, but Elise is Elise, bro. If Dembele weren't playing yesterday, it wouldn't have mattered. If Elise weren't playing yesterday, it would have mattered. And that's my point. You know what I mean? So, but that's crazy, bro. I'll check out the results in a minute, though, my guy. I hope you're well. Big up to Khalid as well. You know what I mean? Bits of confusion yesterday. And even I got it slightly wrong, because the thing that I was looking at, and DG2 was right. I'm not going to stay on this long because I'm trying to not even have politics in the football show. But in the Quran, it says specifically, everyone is equal. The Arab and non-Arab, the black man, the white man, all of that stuff. That's what it says in there. But where I got my information from was the hadiths. Now, if you are Muslim, you're going to know what the hadiths are. It's the word of Muhammad, apparently. That's when they're talking about raisin head, slaves, certain of the language they're using there. You think black people are bottom of the pile. That's what I was getting at. So DG2 was right in terms of the Quran. It don't physically say da-da-da-da-da, and it physically says don't be like this. Let's have it right, people. Go to any Islamic country around the world, especially if you're not, if you're darker skin, the culture is going to show you that you're different. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? And in the hadiths, it's talking about black people as raisin heads, abid, slaves. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So I don't want to talk about it no more. DG was right about one thing. I was right about the other thing. And we all know that there's colorism in the world. Even in Caribbean and African countries, they bleach. In East Asia, Southeast, they bleach. You have Bollywood, you have Nollywood. You don't get big if you're not light skinned. And that's all I want to say about it. I don't want to do no more religion stuff, but I had to come and make that clear still. And obviously, if DG is in the building, yes, you're telling me about Surah this and Surah that. You're right, it does say that. So why does it feel different? And you know what I did yesterday as well, quickly? I spent about 2 hours. I was just watching videos on it, about the religion, about the proof of the religion, about Christianity as well, which is another religion that kind of promotes slavery as well. Do you know what I mean? So I was off about one of the things. DG2 was definitely right, but where I found the information was in the hadiths, and there's like 200,000 of them. It cannot be denied. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But that's where I'm going to leave it for today, because I don't want to be doing it. It's football anyway, innit? And it's always good to keep it that way, and I don't want to upset anyone either. So big up to all you legends. Man says, sounds like me views. Yeah, man. Hey, it was one of those, like, I don't even know. 2 hours sleep, wake up. 2 hours sleep, wake up for about an hour. It was just so I feel mash up today, man. But we're here, baby. You know what I mean? So like the video. Big up normal guy. Khalid Fraley, big up. Hypers in the building. How you doing today, man? Dappings to all you legends. Let's hit the like. Let's talk some football. Let's try and have a better one today. It's not like yesterday was bad, but sometimes the politics thing, it can go left very easily. Roy says, if England do not beat Congo today, the players should never be allowed back in the UK. We cannot lose to Congo, right? Well, of course, you're saying we don't really include me, but I do live in this country, innit? If England win the World Cup, it's not exactly going to be bad for me, is it? It'll probably be good. You know, the place will be happy, that sort of thing. But yeah, they got to beat them. You know what I mean? 5-0, what you were saying before. To be fair, that's not even mad either to say you should be beating them. They should be, but will they? That's the thing. And you're right. If they don't beat Congo, man, I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say, man. They've gone life and death near enough with everyone, though, Roy. Not so much with Croatia, but it was a lot closer than people think, innit? You know what I mean? Watching the game. So, but we're going to be here today, man. We're going to be back over on Shane's. You know what I mean? No doubt he's got some surprises. I know he's probably sitting there stewing. I heard him talking about, calling me a gimp and saying that I'm acting the victim. I never act the victim. I just don't fire first. We all know who fires first. We all know who's chatting rubbish about doctoring. I ain't got time to doctor WhatsApp, and I can bring it up now, tomorrow, yesterday, 3 weeks time, and it's gonna say the same thing. It's not good. Yeah, all right. And he called me a gimp as well. You know what I mean? So I'm like, man, gimp, bitch, a gal, moobs, you know, broke, peasant. He's called me all of that. Tatty robe. Always firing the first shot and then acting like I'm the victim. No, I just sat back and I said, all right, I'll make a few little things for when I got time, and I'll make a lot more as well when I got time. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? I'm just ready for it, man. Surprise me with whatever. Always got something to say. Always fires the first shot. So that's basically my stance. I think you guys know that already now. He's lying to your face like Arteta. Are you going to have that? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Barcola deserves an immediate bid from Arsenal. I don't know, mate. You see how reactionary, bro? I feel like that's reactionary, bro. Good goal he scored yesterday. Do you know what I mean? And played relatively well. But you need to see him in like, you need to watch him for like 20 games in a row or something. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just feel like it's a bit reactionary. France are sick anyway. You know what I mean? So, you know, they're a team that's going to be up there for winning the World Cup. And if they win it over Argentina, I'm here for it. Obviously, Shane ain't, because he's put a bet down. You know what I mean? But France, man. Listen, Barcola's, like I said, you know what? To be fair, I wouldn't say it should have an immediate bid. But what did I say before? If you guys remember, I said that Barcola is in that bracket of wingers, right? Where they're good wingers. They can go past the player. It's just the final third. But I also said that if there's anyone that you're going to take a risk on in that bracket of wingers, it should be Barcola. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I'd rather, like, put it like this, Roy. I'd rather get Barcola for our left wing than Morgan Rogers. Do you know what I mean? So I hope that kind of makes sense. Barcola's a good player, but he's still there for me. It's like the World Cup. I mean, look at Somerville, scored a couple of goals. He went from 50 to 75 million, missed the penalty. Now no one's talking about him again. I don't know. It just seems a bit weird. But look, he did have a good game yesterday. He did. But I'm just looking at Elise. I'm just like, this guy is taking the absolute piss. And he was playing at Hayes at one point. Crystal Palace. I can't believe, like, where was Arsenal? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Years and years, this guy has been knocking about. Where was Arsenal? I'm so sick of it, bro. This Elise guy, I would take over anybody right now. I'm not even Kvaratskhelia, and that's a lot for me to say that, but I would. Like, he's too good. Big up to you, my bro, man. Big up to Khalid. Again, we are on Kick and Twitch. If you've got an account, shout me. If not, don't be a bot. You know what I mean? Don't be a bot. Okay, no politics or religion. Nah, man. I'm gonna try and just cut it out altogether. I do want to talk about things like that because I do have a passion for it, but it needs to be on a different platform, innit? It really does. I'm not saying not on YouTube, but just a different channel at least. You know what I'm trying to say? And I've got a bit too many channels, so God knows. Big up to Rican. He's one that points that out all the time. Hope you're well today. That just kind of fit, you know what I mean? Talking about channels, and there Rican was. Alex the boss man, hope you're good. You know what I mean? Hope everyone's well today, man. Hit the like. It's midweek, hump day. It's July the 1st. It's my anniversary today to this ball and chain. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Is it going to be a happy one? I keep saying it's 20 years, but that's not yeah. It's not. It's 17 years. 17 years. I had to do the maths earlier. Like, oh, I forgot about it. That's how bad things have been. Yeah, is it going to be a happy anniversary? I very much doubt it. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Later, join us for watch alongs on Shane's channel. Yes, obviously like and sub to both. But we are going to be with Shane. I think the game's at what, 5 p.m. I believe. So just before 5, come and catch us there. But you know who I did see on at the moment? And it's just like, wow, what do we do to get numbers like that? My brother, we just had a football with ends under the lens not long ago, man. I said to him there, I said, bro, your numbers are amazing, bro. And he's just like, oh, don't watch the numbers. I hear what he's trying to say. They're amazing. Just before I came live, I went to on YouTube. I went to my homepage so that I could bring up a third window for this live, just to see that there's comments and things like that. And he was on like 475. I was just like, wow, that is just. And Shane done well today as well. It was like 90. When I went in there, it was like 97, 98, something like that. Amazing again. But football with ends is absolutely killing it right now. And more love to him, man. My brother, he's a nice guy as well. So I'm happy for him, man. But we're just trying to be like the bros. That's all. Rican Alex, good morning. Big up, man. Amazing numbers. I think he was there with the other guy from FamZone. What's his name again? Dean. I think he's the Liverpool fan. Obviously, I don't really watch FamZone, so I don't know how many streams they do together nowadays. But I always see him on Football with Ends, man. Amazing numbers for him, so big him up. Roy says, trust Spurs to pay. Bro, we're going to get, bro. I'm going to start that. You know what I mean? We're going to get into that. I might actually have to do it in a minute, actually, where there's only 12 people in, just so that we can speak openly about the news. It's crazy, crazy work. I've got nighttime kid messaging me more than my girl, more than my kids. Bro, nighttime, you have to just ease me up a little bit, bro. Honestly, like the same for big up to Keen. I know he's been on with Shane and sometimes he comes in here. I think he's going to be doing a show during next season and was asking me to go on. Now, I can't go every week, of course. You know what I mean? But every now and again, if I can go on, I'll go on. So he wanted my number. I gave it to him. But I'm like, I don't really like the groups because, you know, it's just ping, ping, ping. Every time I pick up my phone, there's like 70 messages. It's just too much, innit? And he put me in the group anyway, and I had to leave it the other day. It's just too many messages, man. Honestly, if it's too much clutter or just like with nighttime, bro, you know, I've got love for you, bro, but you got to stop banging the messages. It's loads of them. Sending me bare stuff for Tottenham as well. Like I'm supposed to, like, I don't know, is it meant to make me feel scared? You know what I mean? I'll tell you what, you get me? 85 million on Fernandez, I wouldn't be paying that. 85 million for Tonali, now you're talking. He will be the only player that Tottenham get that I will be jealous of if they get them. Do you know what I'm trying to say? That's it. The rest of them is good for you. And hopefully you ain't going to be, well, I'm saying hopefully, I'm trying to put myself in his shoes. Hopefully, you know, you'll be fighting to be further up the table than be fighting life and death in the league altogether. You know what I mean? Like, the only thing it's making me, it's not making me get upset or feel scared of Tottenham, but it's definitely making me feel like, why is Arsenal just sitting around? Do you know what I mean? Why are they just sitting around? But we'll get into that as well. Good day, normal. Yes, man. Alex is in the building. Of course, this legend, Rican. You did invite, I had to go out with my daughter. Maybe tonight, the Belgium game, but now it's been sprung on me that it's a so-called, and it's been sprung on me because I forgot. There might even be something going on there as well. So I don't know. But if you are around, Rican, message me. We'll sort it out. If not, like I said, I have to make it a priority to come onto your channel, my guy. Views, I would appreciate your politics channel. Yeah, man, I hear it. But as Rican says, man, there's just way too many. Do you know what I mean? There's not that much, but there is. And you know what I mean? I need to try and streamline somehow. But you know what I mean? I do want to talk about things like this. So, you know, I will have to do something a little bit different and don't mix it with sport because it don't really go together, does it? Do you know what I mean? So, but I appreciate you, Roy. 2 months away from my birthday month. There you go. 2 months away, what, from today? July, August, September, or August, September. Like, you let us know. I'm an April baby. So I got a whole year near enough. Big up to Kwaja, he's in the building. We did play that earlier. Good to have you in. Smash the likes and subscribe. Yes, man. Share it out as well. Help a man out. Hughes, who do you Hughes? Views. better player, Rodgers or Barcola? I haven't been too impressed with Rodgers of late. I was impressed with him last season. He had patches. There was a little patch where he was a bit dead. But how old is Rodgers? Like 23? Maybe even younger than that. I think Rodgers is a very good player. I want Rodgers. When we started getting linked with Rodgers, I was starting to get excited. But I've seen him play for England, and I'm like, I'm not too sure. I'm not even that, but I'm not too sure I want to pay the type of money that Villa are going to want for him. And that was way before I heard about 130 million. I thought it was going to be 80 to 100 bog standard. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And I would like to have Rodgers if he was to play in the 8. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. As of right now, even though I think he's been a bit shit for England, I would still take Rodgers in the 8 over Guimaraes. And I know a lot of people's going to disagree with me, and that's fine. We're all different, aren't we? Do you know what I mean? But it's a hard one, bro. I'd have to say Barcola, especially for the left, if we're talking about for that position, because I've got a sly feeling that, you know what I'm trying to say? If you go and get me both, bro, go and get me both. You know what I mean? And then we've got the option for Rodgers in the 8. The reason why I don't mind the Guimaraes signing as much now, because that's what Shane said, innit? He might be the only player that Arteta actually plays in his position. Because if we get Rodgers, he might play out on the left. If we get Barcola, he might be right back for all we know. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I don't know. Now, if we get Barcola, he'll play on the left wing. But if we get Rodgers, we all know where we'd like to see him. And we all know where he's probably going to play. So, yeah, that's a hard one. I'd probably have to say Barcola just. But it can change, because if Rodgers starts to like, Rodgers is a very good player. I want Rodgers. I do. I want them both, to be fair. Because when I'm looking at the left wing, of course, we're not going to get a Vinicius or a Rodrigo, even a Rodrigo's mashup, or anyone of that ilk. We're not. I wouldn't be surprised if we go for like a Somerville or something like that. I mean, we Alex Scott, Arsenal and Man United battling for Alex Scott. Do you know what I'm trying to say? What? Who asked for him? Nobody, bruv. Just like Zuberman, no one asked for Alex Scott, bro. We're asking for Rodgers or a Guimaraes or a Tonali, or, do you know what I'm trying to say? A Wharton or a Onana. Who asked for Alex Scott? No one, bro. I'm not saying he's bad, but he's not the one, innit? It don't feel right. He's missed the glass as it is. It don't feel like the one. And they're going to want mad money for him as well. But we might as well talk about it. You know what I mean? Well, do you know what? I'll do it in a sec. I'll do it in a sec, actually. Because you know why? Let's do it properly. Yeah, let's do the skydive, man. I'm going to get back into your comments, but the more and more I just do it and don't do this, then we lose the one little bit of structure to the show that we have. Chelsea latest Blues confirmed pre-season start date. Don't really care about the SPL, no disrespect, or the WSL at the moment, no disrespect. Jacquet completes 60 million move to Liverpool. So didn't they get this kid before? Was he on loan? Hold on. Liverpool have signed Rennes centre-back Jeremy Jacquet for 60 million. 20-year-old completed the medical on deadline day in February. Right, but remained in for... Right, because I thought... Right, there you go. So a little bit of news for Sean. Big up to Chronic, all the Liverpool fans. Big up Everest. I don't know if he's going to be in today. But there you go. Jeremy Jacquet. Now, obviously, I feel like you do need the centre-back. He's 20. They've paid a fixed fee of 55 plus potential 5 in add-ons. So maybe, yeah, he's going to be used this season. Iraola, I actually think it's going to work. I'm not going to say it's going to just hit the ground running and everything's going to be perfect, but I'm more confident that he's going to do well there than not. Yeah, we're talking about Iraola and the fate of Liverpool. Everton latest club in talks over return for former loan player. Now, they did get this... Hackney guy from Middlesbrough over George. There you go. That might be a good move for Tyreek George, because has he really been getting used at Chelsea? Now you've got Xabi Alonso in. Different managers mean different ideas, you know, different favourites, things like that. So it might be a good move for Everton on a permanent basis. Wow. The forward spent second half of last season on loan in Merseyside. The Toffees held the option to buy the 20-year-old following the culmination of his temporary spell. However, they're seeking to strike a deal on fresh terms. Oh, we're trying to get it for cheaper. Everton finalizing the 25 million deal for Hackney, as I just said. Never seen this kid, never heard of him before this season. There you go. They're also in talks to sign Keita, Parma midfielder Mandela Keita. Again, not heard of him. And there you go. There you go. Palestra to Chelsea, and Everton's showing interest as well. Let me just actually read over that. Is that Dharmesh Chef guy as well? Works for Sky. I don't know. You know what I mean? Probably going to be a little bit more credible than one of those dumb Twitter accounts, but still. What's he saying? De Zerbi's plans to rebuild Tottenham's midfield, targeting deals for both Tonali and Fernandez. Now, how can Spurs be doing things like that and we're sitting on our hands? Now, I don't rate Fernandez like that. Definitely not 85 million. Tonali, I do. But it's just the fact of what they're going out and doing and spending. It's like, well, come on. Like, do you know what I mean? We just won the league. Like, I don't know. Arsenal fans, I'm feeling a bit anxious about that. Xavi Alonso is set to complete the first signing of Palestra. We know this. Why did they just keep repeating stuff? The future of Jared Bowen is discussed with Everton and David Moyes making inquiries about the winger. Again, 29 years old, but I promise you over a season, if we had him and Saka next year, I think we'd get more out of Bowen because I believe Saka will get injured again. I think he's going to be on, off, in, out, shake it all about. The same for Kai Havertz, in my humble opinion as well. You know what I mean? It might be Timber, probably Timber, and it's definitely going to be Declan Rice. If we try and run him through the ground for the third year in a row, people, on injuries, let me not digress. 29-year-old, been with the Hammers since 2020, part of the team relegated in May. Yeah, he was, but one of their better players, man. Crystal Palace, Everton will begin. Okay, they're again about the fixtures. Will come out of that. We know about that. I'll leave the World Cup stuff as best as I can. Hincapie sent off for covering mouth during defeat. Ecuador defeat. Whatever, man. Do you know what I mean? Whatever, man. You know what I mean? I didn't expect Ecuador to do well. I just hope he isn't injured. Send him back to Arsenal. That's where I'm at the moment. If England go out today, they shouldn't. But if they do, send my players back. Like, that's where I'm at the moment. Yeah? Arsenal, Ireland. I live in England. I don't support England. Bring my players back. I'm getting anxious now. I'm getting anxious. Suzuki considered as potential Martinez replacement. Suzuki's a good keeper, man. I ain't watched a lot of him, but we've seen a couple of Japan games, and Suzuki's a good keeper, bro. Do you know what I'm trying to say? That might be all right. I do like Martinez as well, Emi Martinez, but the last couple of years, he's kind of flattered to deceive a little bit. For me, I think that would be a good move for Villa. They're also admirers of Toulouse goalkeeper Guillaume Restes, if that's how you said it, and City's James Trafford. One source has told Sky Sports News they have a short list of 3 potential successors should Martinez depart. Now, the thing with him is Juventus won him, but he's got mad wages. There's no one on earth that would take Vicario over Martinez, but that might happen because of his wages. Do you know what I mean? Zion Suzuki, man, he's been good. He's been good, I can't lie. Villa among 4 PL clubs fined for breaching UEFA financial rules. Again, no. Like, at this point, I'm just like, whatever, because what's going to really happen to them? What, some fines? Do you know what I'm trying to say? If their club as a whole has moved forward because of whatever they did, I'm not saying cheat. I'm just saying, bro, like, what is the real punishment now? Man City's they're probably going to still be like 3 years off of a punishment. It's crazy work. Let's have a quick little read anyway. Villa, Chelsea, Newcastle, and Forest. Newcastle as well, when they're basically done F all, sweet F all. You know, these men probably need to bend the rules a little bit because you've gone from Champions League and winning stuff to a selling club in like a year. I don't understand it, bro. It's crazy work. Anyway, they all 4 clubs fell foul of UEFA's squad cost rule, while Newcastle also failed to comply with the football earnings rule. The football earnings rule allows clubs to lose 60 million over 3 years. Clubs are allowed to sustain an extra 10 million in losses a year if they are deemed to be in good financial health. As part of the squad cost rule, this is all madness as well. Only Chelsea and City have ever just been able to use their money freely. And that's what I don't like. Not the fact that they did it, the fact that you're stopping everyone else. That's my opinion on it. I'm not even going to go through it. Why the hell? Look, fine. They've been fined this. Chelsea have been fined that. Aston Villa must pay. Newcastle must pay. What does that matter, bruv? Do you know what I'm trying to say? 2.5 million euros for Forest. Chelsea have been fined 1 million euros, which is 860 odd grand, right? That will rise to 2 million, 1.7 if they fail to comply. They were getting fines last year, Chelsea. They were getting fines like that. So at this point, do you think they care? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Listen, I'm not saying I want my team to do it. I'm just telling you, man. Like, when the game isn't getting played fair, the nice guys finish last, innit? That's all I'm saying. I ain't going to read the whole thing, but surprise, surprise, Villa, Chelsea, Newcastle, Forest. You know what I mean? And Chelsea again, after getting like 2 fines last year, they should be more than a monetary fine, innit? There should be. Because our club don't want to do it. We've got fans that are like, no, we're the classy way when our club is dead, really. It's not really that classy anymore at all. You know, we want to follow the rules. What do these other people get? Just a slap on the wrist? What's a fine? What is a fine? That's dark stuff. Transfers, we'll quickly have a quick look in this. Palmer and Enzo Fernandez, the big problems Xabi Alonso must solve. But no, I think the Dolmio puppet said that there is no club to club with Enzo Fernandez. They like the midfielder, but they just got Bernardo and that. Like, Chelsea's going to want 100+ million. It's probably not going to happen. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Just like the Fernandez stuff. Yeah, West Ham just wanted the most money. They didn't care who they sold it with. Man United were trying to offer some little dibby and then make it up to 85 with the add-ons, whereas Spurs says, we ain't going to give you add-ons, but we will give you the 85. Jobs are good. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, who have we dropped 85 million on this summer? That's the only thing that's pissing me off. I ain't getting scared by what they're doing. I will get jealous if they get Tonali, though. No denying that. No denying that. Anyway, Cole Palmer's form, Enzo Fernandez future. Chelsea fans are losing patience with owners blues code. Well, that's not exactly new news, is it? Alonso has officially started his work as Chelsea manager, inheriting one of the biggest jobs in football. I think you guys need to judge him on this, though, because there isn't, well, as far as I know, there isn't player power at Chelsea. So judge him on this role, not at Madrid. 4 years after Blue Coast takeover, all right, I don't really care. Yeah, like I said, we want to get news and we're not trying to do history and biographies. What's going on? Go backwards, for God's sake. Just don't even want to respond. Like, Newcastle latest goalkeepers stay out on loan. So that's the one little new bit that came up there. Villa with Suzuki, Hincapi, red card. Like I said, send him home. None of that matters. Neville says France a level above and Mbappe on verge of greatness. I mean, man, we've been talking about Yamal, you know, yeah, you have to put some respect on Mbappe's name, as much as we don't like the circus that comes with him. Just like I was saying, Vinicius, Mbappe, we couldn't afford to turn them down. I've heard Arsenal fans that I wouldn't want them. Shut up, bro. You don't support my club then. Do you know what I mean? What, for gays and soy boys? Get out of here, bro. Mbappe's Mbappe for a reason, innit? And I will take him every flipping day of the week, as well as Vinicius as well. Haaland, man, fuck's sake as well. Ugly cunt. They're all ugly. What would they do if they didn't have football? You know what I mean? Look at this guy looking like one of the turtles. This guy looking like Vitor the Carpathian. Like, there's so many footballers that are just ugly gits, innit? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Look at Cole Palmer. You look like Earthworm Jim. State of it. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, these guys would be dead out. You'd be lucky to get your willy wet if you weren't rich. Let's be honest. Anyway, diverting again. Somerville, a top winger, target for United, but Rashford holds the key. Again, would you take Somerville? Arsenal fans, would you take him? I'd take him over certain other players. If you went and got me Barcola and Somerville and said that was our left, I'd say, all right, cool. Probably could have done better, but could we in the market? Relegated twice, so why is Fernandez worth 85? He's not. But the inflation, the market is just crazy at the moment. But that's how it's going to be. It's not going to get lower, guys, in my humble opinion. Rashford is going to train with United. Obviously, Carrick's trying to sort that stuff out, and I think that's the best move for them. I don't think anyone's going to pay 40 million for him for the release clause. So unless you sell him cheaper, it's not going to happen. And no one's going to pay 350 grand for Rashford. That's the problem. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Plain and simple. So So if I was Arsenal, I'd be like, all right, cool. Decide who we're going to want to get. And if we are going to get another one, make it be Somerville before you go somewhere else, in my humble opinion. You know what I mean? But yeah, it came out yesterday. We're going to see it on X. We got the here we go for Fernandez and Spurs, by the way. Hasn't said it here, but I'll probably say it in the paper talk. Clubs in 2-horse race with Arsenal for Bournemouth. Scott. Again, I won't read the whole thing. Not really much to look into. Man United feel like they can challenge us for Scott. And I don't really think they can. The only way that they can is if they can guarantee him playing. That's probably the only thing that they can do more than us. And that's it, really. I mean, they can put money, we can put money. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm not saying that they're broke, but we definitely ain't. Like, it's not a money thing. So it's literally going to be down to maybe little guarantees that you're going to play, things like that. But personally, if United want to win this battle, I'm not going to be too upset about it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Make me and make sure you put a little something by it to let me know what we're talking about as well. Otherwise, I'm going to start getting confused. Ex-Bristol City player, and what kind of money are they going to want for him? Do you know what I'm trying to say? What kind of money? Is he going to be good next season? It's the same reason why, even though Harry Wilson was on a free, I still couldn't say just go and get him. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So I don't know, man. Let me know what you guys think about Alex Scott, but it's meant to be Arsenal and United battling. It was meant to be, you know, United and Spurs battling for Fernandez. United lost that. You know what I'm trying to say? It's peak. It's peak. You know what I mean? So we will see. I'm not going to say United ain't got no pull because I wanted Mbeumo and Cunha last season. Probably would have been better to just have Cunha. Yeah, but Mbeumo didn't have a bad season, though. So United have still got a bit of pull, but they're kind of being laughing stocks at the moment. You know what I mean? So that's what I've been seeing on X and stuff like that. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. But apparently it's our two clubs battling for Alex Scott. And I just say, let them win it, bro. I don't want to battle for that. Battle for Wharton. Battle for Tonali. Do you know what I'm trying to say? What? You're battling for Scott. Leave it all the way out, in my humble opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Golden boot of the World Cup, I don't really care at the minute. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get right back into the season that's coming up, man. I can't lie to you. Not good for Hincapi, of course, but they're out anyway. Send him back. Make sure you're fit and stop fart arsing about. Klopp front runner for Germany job if Nagelsmann's sacked. Sorry, well, what do you mean if? He should be sacked, but that's 2 World Cups in a row. That's dead from Germany. Like, what? How are Germany not in the World Cup right now? Same for Netherlands, to be honest. You know what I mean? So let me know your thoughts on that. PSG value France winger Barcola at more than 116 million. We're not talking euros. You understand they've got the pound sign next to it. That's what I'm trying to say, guys. That's what I'm trying to say. Maybe Man City fucked the market paying 116 for Elliot Anderson. You just weren't worth that money. You just weren't. Sorry. The reason why the market's like this is because the talent pool is very small in world football. It's very hard to replace players that are key players in your squad. That's the only reason. Man City thought we understand that. We're just going to pay it. And I understand from their point of view, they don't care. And it's good. I wish my club was like that. However, man, the market is now mash up. Liverpool are looking at Belgium attacker Matthias Fernandez Pardo. Flipping hell. Man City, Man United, and Bayern Munich have joined Arsenal by expressing interest in Ayoub Bouardi. I think PSG was onto him as well. The fact that he plays in Lille, he might just be another one of those kind of guys, you know, like, yeah, I'll just go and play for PSG. But I personally think it's unambitious. You can disagree with me if you want. Yes, they're probably going to be favourites to win the Champions League again, 3 years in a row, but their league is shit. Why would you want to play in that week in, week out? That doesn't affect world football. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Let's be honest. So just like for me, if Kane stays in Germany, you're just being lazy, just settling for me personally. Go to Barca and show everyone you're still world class. Do you know what I'm trying to say? That for me is a challenge. That for me is exciting. That's crazy work. Anyway, Jurgen Klopp has emerged as the favourite. It was just going over the same stuff. Virgil van Dijk sparked controversy by claiming the Netherlands game plan worked against Morocco, despite being knocked out. It sounded like Arteta, bro. Just shut up. Do you know what I mean? Just it doesn't work. It might have been working, but you lost the game, so it didn't work. Iran's Football Federation has responded to a senior US official celebrating their exit from the World Cup. It's disgusting. And these are the things that have been happening. There's been lies. There's been mistreatment of countries, mistreatment of individuals. What happened to the Japanese guy that paid off his rape charge? He paid it off. Didn't even want to say the word. Sorry. He paid it off. Didn't even have a day in court. Wasn't proven innocent, but yet there's no problems for him. Look at Son, the Korean. The Korean team was getting discriminated against in their stay in America. That isn't big news. I wonder why. And then all of the Korean media was jumping on Son. Oh, you didn't even do military service. Why are you trying to jump on him for? It's like England trying to jump on Saka if he misses a penalty or something. Do you know what I'm trying to say? With all the racist stuff. So it's like, this World Cup's been a joke anyway. We're talking about not mixing politics and sport. That's what's been happening. The World Cup's meant to be the one thing where the politics stay out of it. The world comes together. We celebrate the world. We celebrate football. But Iran, their whole safety, and this, I know it's a bit political, but it's still involved in the sport. Their whole safety was put at risk. Oh, you're allowed to come, but we can't guarantee your safety or there won't be any attempts on your lives. What? Big up to Iran and Iraq for turning up, though. Imagine getting told that. Nasty work. FIFA. What is the matter with me? FIFA is being used to reverse a ruling that an England supporter must censor a St. George's flag featuring a silhouette honoring First World War soldiers. Reverse a ruling. Right. Okay. I don't know why. Like, at the end of the day, every other nation of people and whatever, they can have their flags. But you see, England is getting, I don't know, changed, bro. It's mad. Like, English people can't have a St. George flag. But we have to accept, like, obviously in the country, all the different flags, all the different nationalities. And I ain't got a problem with that. You know what I'm like. Spice it, yeah? Variety is the spice of life. However, it shouldn't be one rule for one and one rule for another. If English people want to put their flag up, then why shouldn't they, in their own country, be able to put their flag up? You know what I mean? So that's my little 2 pence on that. Again, we're just going over World Cup stuff. PSG value him at 116. He's 23 as well. And maintain their stance that he does not need to be sold. That's what they're saying. But Shane, there's another guy that Shane keeps mentioning, a young winger that's meant to be really good. Plus, they're interested in Yan Diamande, so you're going to get Yan Diamande and keep Barcola. I see what they're trying to do, like Mad Galacticos, and of course, it's a great project, but I just wouldn't want to play in France week in, week out. I wouldn't. I don't think it affects football. Now, if you're mashing it up, I'm about to swear again, if you're mashing it up in Italy, Spain, or England, even in Germany to a degree, it kind of affects the world of football. Mashing it up in France, don't. Let me just be honest with you. It don't. It will get you a move, but that's about it. That's about it. I gave you the news about Pardo from Lille. Liverpool's also meant to be interested in Said El Mala and Brighton's Yankuba Minte. Minte, not too bad. Marcus Rashford could be offered an opportunity to salvage United career. We was all giving you that news yesterday. And that's the only thing that makes sense, because no one's going to pay the money for you. They're not. 350 grand a week. Leandro Trossard is set to assess his Arsenal future after the World Cup. Get out of here, man. Do you know what I mean? I want them both gone. I'm sorry, I do. I don't want to see him or Martinelli at my club next season. Like, take it how you want to take it. Man City, United, just going over the same stuff. We all want Buardi. Brentford are in talks to sign 34-year-old striker Callum Wilson. Jesus, on a free after his contract expired at West Ham. Well, thank fuck for him. At least he don't have to play Championship football. Ashley Cole has announced his departure from Serie B side Casena, if I've said that right, just after 3 months after. Is he still playing? How old is he now? Jesus Christ. A plan to expand the Africa Cup of Nations to 24 to 28 teams has been rejected. And then we're going on to cricket. So that's the end of the skydive for today. Still only 20 of you guys in here, but thank you for staying anyway. We might also just go straight over to X then. Just as I say that, people leave. Absolute pagans. I was also thinking, do I even just, I don't know, maybe not do an everyday show? Because we don't seem to be growing, do we? Maybe that's because of the season. People have been telling me that, although the same problems don't seem to be affecting everybody else. So I don't know. Something to think about. I might not do a show every day. Do you know what I mean? Maybe it's just too much. Do you know what I mean? And like I said, we don't seem to be growing. So that would be something for me to think about as well. But let me get X up for you quickly. We'll do X. Look, we've just gone down to 12 again. So it's wild. It's wild. You know what I mean? Do I want to be waking up to be doing this every day? Not really. Do you know what I mean? So something we might think about there as well. But as I always do, man, we'll go to hit the notifications. Hendo has shared the live. We ain't seen him today, but big him up. Jamboy shared the live. Big him up. Storm Still, big him up. Kwaja did yesterday's one, and that's that for there. But big up everyone that showed me a bit of love. Let's see what this guy's saying. We did get the here we go yesterday, so that's probably going to be on here somewhere for Fernandez to Spurs. We obviously gave you the Rashford news as well, so we know what's going on there. Again, you're filling up your whole page with quotes. Like, this is how you know it's dead. You know what I'm trying to say? Even him, look at him. What ugly guy as well, bro. What would you do if you couldn't play football? Honestly, Jesus. Chelsea have agreed personal terms with Pep Chavaria as new left-back, green light from player. He wants Chelsea to play for Alonso. Club-to-club talks underway with Rayo Vallecano. Again, I don't care about quotes. I don't care about that. Jurgen Klopp open to being the German manager. Who really cares? Juventus agreed deal to sign Jeff Ekator. Now, we said this yesterday, but it was like more interested. But now they've agreed, and it's a here we go. Don't even know who he is. It's a here we go for Matthias Fernandez. Has permission to undergo medical tests as new Tottenham player. Green light from West Ham as they received 85 million fixed fee. A club record signing for Tottenham. For him. If that was Tonali, fair play. But for him, mad. If Arsenal was on to him as well, I'd be like, what the fuck's the matter with you, bro? Because there's no way, bro. There's no way. But there you go, man. They're trying to make a statement. Movements are expected with Barcola this summer. Reported in May with Arsenal, Liverpool, and one more club keen on the deal. Again, quotes about World Cup shit. Andreas Christian signs new 2-year deal at Barcelona. Whatever. Rashford, I mean, no one wants to buy you, mate. Andreas Christensen, we just said that. Barcola, the future not decided yet. Whatever. This guy, bruv, leaves Ecuador national team, bro. He looks like a whole tramp. I don't know who told him this hair looks good, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah? Look at this guy, bruv. You know what I mean? What would you do if you never played football or managed as well? Looking like some type of Blanca, bruv. This madness. Absolute madness. You see this Elise guy? It's too much right now, bruv. He's too much, bro. I'm telling you, man. He's my number one right now. Sadibou Sane from Metz goes to Monaco. Who cares? Knockout stages. I think that's about it, man. I think Fernandez was the big move, really, in the Premier League, you know, over the last 24 hours. Mexico at the World Cup so far. 10 World Cup games at the Estadio Azteca. 0 goals conceded in 4 games in the World Cup. 4 wins in 4 games. Also 8 goals scored. Big up to Mexico. Shit, then. You know what I mean? Big up to this guy as well. Like, I wonder what his life is like on a day-to-day walking around Mexico. Probably don't. You know what I mean? Mexico versus England or DR Congo. Mad. All right. Well, it doesn't look like there's too much more news, just World Cup stuff and who's being sent home. It's a kid, Matiz de Torbe, if I've said that, or de Torbe, if I've said that right. Another kid going to Man City, 25 million. It's a here we go. Paqueta will miss Brazil next game against Norway due to injury. He should just be sent home. He's rubbish. Do you know what I'm trying to say? He's not. I don't think he's been good for Brazil in any game that I've seen him. Yep, these two guys, and he was out here giving him the whole, you know what I mean? All types of nosh. But France might do it this year, you know. They just might. Look, that's what I just said. Look, giving him the whole. Oh, that's Arteta to Odegaard and Havertz. You give me the best nosh ever. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's jump off this because there ain't too much to say. Jump into your comments for a piece, and then I'm going to get out of here. I haven't been litting up, but I did star this one. Again, I've basically just spoken on it, but there was no way, absolutely no way that I'll be paying that money for Matheus Fernandez. And Man United were like, what, for a 21-year-old just about coming through in the Premier League? What do you mean 85 million? So they said no. You know what I mean? That's what they said. And Tottenham, Tottenham are just like, we just need to do everything quickly. But I rate that. I do rate it. But let's just wait and see. Let's just wait and see what happens. Big up to Normal from Fraley. I sent the link on IG. No pressure. Anniversaries are important. I'm planning 11. Big up, my G. Right. Or hopefully when you get to the 17, 18 ones, then you guys are not like War of the Roses. Because we was all right for a long time and then we wasn't. You know what I mean? But we will see. We will see. I appreciate you anyway, my G. Fraley, good morning. September, baby. Big up to you. Let's go, doctors. Do you know what I mean? We need all of those 11 doctors on the pitch for Dr. Congo. That's what we need, bruv. What? Don't tell Nashi, though. It's I got 27 days till mine, man. Big blessings, bro. Big blessings. Big up to you, Kwaja. Jamboy's in the building. What you telling me, bro? The viewers, love to see that. There's Recon's link. Big up to Kwaja for that. Make sure you guys are clicking, though. Make sure you got, make sure. Let's get him on 600 ASAP. Normal, good midday. Love that. Big up Jamboy, Rogers 120 and Barcola 116 allegedly. I mean, it's, you know what I mean? But as I said, guys, I don't care. At this point, I don't care. I understand the money's mad. I'm not saying to every single transfer window spend like 500 million. No. But I'm saying after we've won the Premier League and got to the Champions League final, I think a big window is needed. I'm sorry, I do. And especially with the players that we've got, you know, we never know the extent of their injuries until they go on international duty. And as I keep explaining to you guys every day, look at what we're going to be facing at the start of the season. Saliba has to have a surgery. Ben White crocked. Timber crocked. Saka still struggling. We heard this in Achilles. Then I'm reading today that it's a hamstring. What is it? Tuchel's taking care of Saka. Arteta can't know, can he? Do you know what I'm trying to say? So it's mad, bro. I'm just like, and then they're like, who we gonna get? Who we gonna get? We might even need a bloody right winger, but I wouldn't spend on it. You've got Saka, you've got fucking the plank, Noni Madueke, but we've also got Ethan and Max. Use them. Use them on the left. Try them there. Like, you know what I mean? That's what I'm on. If we don't go and get proper left wingers. Robert, big up to you, my broski. All the midweek militants. Love it, man. Hope you're well today. And you'll probably be on your way home soon, wouldn't you? There's Jamboy's link as well. Big up. Appreciate that. Make sure we're all subbing to Jamboy as well. Big up to Hickme. Good to have you in. Hope all is well. We're all right. We're all right. We're still out here struggling with this YouTube purge, but, you know, we're just trying to crack on, my guy. Hope you're well today. Hope everyone's good, man. DJ, good morning from the US. Big up. Big up, man. Thanks, Kwaja. Almost at the next goal. Let's go. Has to be 600, right? You know what I'm saying? Let's make sure we do it. There was 29. There's 27 of you guys in here now. Appreciate that. But make sure some of you break off and go and subscribe to Recon for everyone, please. All right. I'm gonna have to go into this chat quickly, see if I can find it. I should, because there isn't too many comments at this one time. So big up Aussie Ange, I see you, bro. Sam, Sean's in the building, trapping with Jay. Big up. I see you guys. I'm just trying to find these members' links so I can pin it. I think that's it there. There you go. There you go. Just pinned it now. Make sure you're clicking the pin link. Subbing to some of my members. Klopp link to Germany national team. Yep. Obvious next step for him. I think so. I thought he was going to go to Madrid. I did. I'd love him to come to fucking Arsenal, but he won't come to the Premier League. Or if he did, he wouldn't be coming to us. So I think it's the natural step for him. Yeah, I agree. As I said, Sam, big up. Fernandez, a money slut. Wish he gets his third relegation. Well, well, you're saying that, but it's not really Fernandez. It's West Ham. You know, if Man United, say for instance, yeah, like Tottenham could have been offering more wages. So you might be absolutely right. But from what I understood, it was just whoever gave West Ham the most money will get Fernandez. And obviously United didn't want to pay 85 million. And I'm with them. I wouldn't be paying 85 million for him either. You know what I'm trying to say? Someone's taking a risk on him. It was Spurs. Let's see if it works out. Because I think you guys were trying to make 85, but with the add-ons, whereas Spurs said there ain't going to be add-ons. We're just going to give you 85. Like, boom, it's done. And I have to rate them for that. I don't rate them for who they're spending the money on, though. I don't believe he's worth that money. But then no one is really. Let's be honest. That's where the market is at the moment. Big up to you, though. Rican's getting dappins. Love that Guna SE. Salute to you, my bro. Aussie Ange, as I said, you okay? In your opinion, if Spurs somehow done a domestic triple next season, would that surpass the Leicester City title season? Most people have asked, say yes by far. A domestic triple? Are you talking about a treble? If you do the domestic treble, you win the league and both cups. Of course, that beats Leicester. You've done a treble. I don't see. Of course. I don't know who's coming up with. There must be Tottenham fans coming up with that, though, innit? Let's be honest. Treble. Let's just hope you guys are not in the bottom half of the table again. Use lot are doing what you should be doing, though. And I think it's competent. It's not groundbreaking, but it's competent. Robertson, Senesi. You know what I'm trying to say? These are competent players. Tonali's a very good player. If you get him, he'll be the only one, do I say, right, they actually got a big player. Fernandez, nah, that's not doing it for me, but you spent big money. It's still a statement signing. You know, it's Spurs at the end of the day. They are a bigger club than Leicester, but anyone doing a treble for me would beat Leicester's title. You know what I mean? Facts, bro. It's a treble at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? Like, and the domestic treble means that you win the league as well. So absolutely, man. Absolutely, I think it surpasses it for me. As I said, big up to Jay, trapping with Jay. Big up views. I really don't mind Rodgers playing left wing, knowing that we're gonna deal with double ups and low blocks. I think he'd do better than Barcola. Really, on the wing? I don't know. I mean, listen, if we want to buy him and play him on the left wing, I still feel he'll be better than Martinelli and Trossard over a season. So I'd still take him rather than have to start the new year with them two again. But on the left wing, I don't know if he's better than Barcola, man. It's a hard one. But big up, man. Appreciate the comment, my G. Big up to you. Trapping with Jay. Make sure we're subbing to him as well. Also, most players want to live in Manchester over London. Most players don't want to live in Manchester. Is what you're trying to say? Because as it is now, because as it is now, that's not the case. You know what I'm trying to say? Hey, big up Manchester. But yeah, there ain't many, unless you're from there, like Cole Palmer, you don't want to go back to Manchester if you've been down in London. No disrespect, you know what I mean? Unless it's something you like. Like Rican, South Coast. I was hearing him say he don't like London. Some people don't. But to be fair, he's already in West Ham. He's already in London. You don't have to go all the way up north. Easy choice, isn't it? He probably would have gone if Tottenham didn't put down the money, though, of course. And United have got Champions League football next year. Spurs don't. So I don't know. Did Spurs offer him way more money, wages-wise? That's crazy work, isn't it? Hincapié got sent off against Mexico. Oh, okay, so Ecuador played Mexico. Oh, yeah. And then it was meant to be, 2 a.m.? Fraley said 3 a.m. Man. Speaking to a cover in his mouth with his hand. There you go. And that's what I'm trying to say. I don't want to get back into the politics. I don't. But look, football-wise, cover your mouth. You're speaking to an opposition player. Send them off. I've got no problem with that. You're talking to your own player. No sending off, of course. If that's what you did, send his claw off. I don't care. And you're out. Come back to Arsenal, bro. Do you know what I'm trying to say? That's where I'm at right now. Big up to Roy. Sub to Quaja as well, because he always puts people's links in and he doesn't always get a return. So big up to you, Joshy, man. Appreciate you, bro. He was young player of the season, Hackney, in Championship. Fair play. Have you watched him? Obviously, I was using Yora for all of last season, and there is no Championship football on there, as well as no women's football either. Before I start this season, I'm linking Hendo 100%. It's probably going to be more towards when the season starts, because I've got a lot of things to do. Still sorting out things here, down at my mum's house. I've still got this lump, you know what I mean? So, but I'm definitely linking Hendo. We're going to try and get the fire stick and make sure that we can watch as much football as we can. And I'm definitely going to try and watch some women's games. You know what I'm saying? The Arsenal ladies, man. And like I said, when I was talking to that absolute spanner, you know what I mean? If I can afford it, I'll be down the Emirates every other week. If I can't, I'll go to as many games as I can. And I'll advertise it as well. So if anyone wants to see views down there, I'm gonna make myself available. Big up to you, Nat. Hope you're well. How you doing? Hope you're good, my bro. Sean's in the building. Big up views, like and shared, bro. Love that. Liked and shared, bro. Love that.
Amazing.
Nighttime's in the building, bro. Hey, you got to stop sending so many messages, though, my guy. Yeah. My girl don't even send me that much messages, and I don't care about Tottenham that much. I was saying it earlier. The only player that would even make me feel like slightly jealous is Tonali. That's it. The rest of them, I wouldn't have paid 85 for Fernandez. No way. But it might do well for you. I have been saying that as well. Big up your shoes and socks. You know I got love for you, bro, but I have to start receiving fewer messages, bro. Blowing me up more than my girl. I don't think I'm ready to see Madueke and Barcola wing duo against a low block. I'd rather Rodgers. I mean, fair play. Like I said, we all got different eyes. We all got different, one man's trash is the next man's treasure. I'd rather us not even get Barcola, if I'm being totally honest. Not over Rodgers on the left wing. I'd rather get Rodgers for the midfield. And I don't know. Who else is out there, though, really? That's the problem, innit? That's the problem. That's the problem. Would you rather Somerville? People will say no, but what's the difference between them, really? They both got pretty medium products. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Whereas Somerville, I don't know. I feel like he's coming into his game a bit now. It's mad. It's a hard one, though. I'll give you that. There's Sean's link, Chronic Weed, big up. And yeah, and I appreciate that you think for yourself as well, bro. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because not a lot of people do. You know what I mean? So I appreciate that. Spurs think overspending will help them. It won't, and come back to bite them in the arse. I mean, it might. I can't say that it's the wrong thing to do, though, Sam. What were they supposed to do? Not spend? They just spent 2 years down at the bottom end of the table. You don't know about that. Let's not act like just because you finished third, you don't know what it's like to be down there. You know what I mean? So what I'm trying to say is it's the only move they can do. You can't just keep going on, not bothering, not trying, because you will get relegated. Like, look at West Ham. You know what I mean? So maybe it was that relegation scare that, scared them into, right, we need to do something, because they have to stop the rot. I personally don't know if it's going to work, but I'm not going to say that it's the wrong move. That's basically what I'm trying to get at, bro. Because what else are they supposed to do? Just like with Liverpool, you won the league after how many years? Obviously, they won it with Klopp as well. And then they went out and had a big window. That's what you're supposed to do if you're trying to retain. That is the right move. If it's the wrong move, then I'm going to need someone to explain why it's the wrong move. Because every signing's a risk, whether they're calculated risk or not. Do you know what I mean? So it might come back and bite them, bro. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying it's not the wrong move. It's what they're doing ain't wrong. They're trying. And Spurs fans can be happy for that, at least, innit? Somewhere is a free agent. Somewhere has passed it. Stay at United. Salty fans, there's nothing to be salty about. This is what I'm trying to say, Nighttime, because you guys have had it so bad. You seem to think what you're doing this year, no one else has done. Like, don't be silly. Like, it's nothing near that, bro. Like I keep telling you, if you get Tonali, he will be your best signing. He's the only stake. He's the only. Who else is a burger, bro? Where's the stakes? No one. Fernandez, you're not a burger, bruv. I don't care how much they paid for him. You're not a steak. The only big boy meal that's coming through is Tonali, if he comes through. The rest of them have been competent signings that might get you back up to the top end of the table. Not right at the top, but yeah, not in the bottom half. We don't have to scroll down to see Spurs anymore. Maybe. But it's just as much chance that you might be back down there again. So, you know what I mean? I understand that my man's young as well, but I'm telling you, my bro, there's definitely nothing salty or jealous about that. The only thing that would maybe do that is Tonali, maybe. And then we'd have to see how he plays for you lot as well. You know? But yes, I don't need to see every player that you bought, and please just stop blowing up the thing, because it's actually starting to get a bit much now, my guy. It's defo him wanting to stay in London. Hey, that's why Xhaka might go Chelsea. His wife wants to. No, I know that, but not everyone's like that. They're not going to say, oh, I'm going to choose Manchester over London. I don't believe that. So you're right in that. But I just think it's the fact that Man United didn't even, because it don't matter what Man United was going to offer him directly, is what I'm trying to say, or Spurs, because West Ham weren't listening to nothing until we get the biggest money, and Man United weren't prepared to give the biggest money. So I don't know how much they were prepared to offer him, the fact that they have got Champions League football, that is a bit of a lure as well. But yeah, most people would choose London over Manchester or Liverpool or Newcastle. You might not like to hear it. It's just the truth, though, innit? Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, but big up Fraley. Hendo's in the building. There we go. Another morning of broadband disruption. Fucking hell. I swore again. Sorry. EE and Open Reach account. They are. They're always outside here. Open Reach. I don't even have them. But they're always outside here because I think the company I use, you know, like certain companies, like the one I got down at my mum's, G Network, they're just like basically BT in it. But they got their own company using their services and all that rubbish. Do you know what I mean? So hopefully, bro, fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed it starts sorting itself out, man. Start sorting itself out. Thank you, Mr. Joshy J. I appreciate. Yes, man. These fines are nothing. Fines? What, for Newcastle and that? What, you've not been fined as well? You've not been cheating? I don't know. Newcastle, Villa, Forest. Was it Spurs as well? I can't remember. I don't think I read Spurs. Did I read Spurs? But there you go. Yeah, more teams are just going to break FFP because of the fine. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, if all you're getting is a fine, then what? Or everyone's banged that thing like she's a bike. Everyone's got something, but oh no, I'm a nice guy. I you know, I'm not gonna do nothing. She's offering you, and you're still like, no, I don't want to take advantage of you. Like the nice guy finishes last, innit? I'm done with it, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? Like I keep saying, say what you like. But go and speak to Chelsea and City fans, bro. They wouldn't change it for the world. They wouldn't go back and say, I'm gonna do it the right way this time. No, they wouldn't. Do you know what I'm trying to say? No, they wouldn't. Yeah, facts. Big up to you though, my G. Enzo ain't going nowhere. He's gonna have nightmares after twerking so much for Madrid. Was he twerking for them? Was he? Why didn't I see that? I just sat there and thought, what's going on? Enzo Fernandez. He ain't even all that. He ain't even earned his 100 million at Chelsea, in my humble opinion. Like, I couldn't believe it. Even Bernardo Silva. What do you mean you've got the trace of Barca or Real Madrid? Is that how bad the talent pool in football is now? Is that what you're telling me? I can't believe. I was like, what? Bernardo Silva is rubbish. Not rubbish, but come on. At his age as well. It's dark. It's dark. Big up to Hendo, man. I'll skip some of the dappings. Dara, always a pleasure, my guy. How are you today? Hope everyone's well. Even including this stalker. Nighttime. Rodri and Enzo are bending over for Madrid. They ain't going mad. Rodri as well. I think Rodri's contract's finishing soon, isn't it? Bending over for Madrid, crazy. That's mad. I ain't seen none of that though. I've seen the interest in Fernandez, but I haven't seen him twerking though. But still, I'm not saying he hasn't. I'm just saying I ain't seen it. Breaking news: Sunderland reject Chelsea's second bid. Oh Lord, 10 million. You started with 8. Sunderland bought him for 17 million. And he's had a good season for Sunderland. They're now in Europe. Why do you think you're going to be spending lower than that for their cap? Is he their captain? I'm sure he's their captain. If we had to spend nearly 15 million because Norgard is Brentford's captain, bearing in mind he barely touched pitch for us, Chelsea seem to think 8 and 10 million is going to get Xhaka over the line. Hey, maybe the fines are doing something. No, I can't. The little dibby money that they've been fined. No way, Chelsea, man. Find some shame, bro. If Sunderland bought him for 17, why do you think you can put down 8 or 10 and get them? That's crazy work. Hey, Brian, where's Brian? Any Chelsea fans in here, man? They're going to have to explain what's going on here. No, Spurs have to overpay because they ain't attractive. Yeah, I didn't disagree with that. You were saying that Fernandez is a money grabber. Do you know what Man United offered him? Did you even get to that point? Because you weren't prepared to pay the money, was you? That's why Spurs have got the deal done. Because they did overpay. I've said it's not worth that money as well. A good few times. So we don't know the full ins and outs is what I'm trying to say. You might be right. If you've got information that I don't know, then put it in the chat. Does anyone know what he was offered wages wise from Spurs or United? Because it just seems pretty clear cut to me. United didn't want to pay that money, not all in one and without add-ons, which I think is fine, by the way, because I wouldn't do it. And Tottenham did because they ain't attractive. That's what I'm trying to say. So even when Fraley was like, no, he'd just be picking London over Man United. Well, they've got Champions League football as well. So I don't think it's so clear cut, but yeah, big up. Rashford would be a flop again at United, in my opinion. Maybe so. But then you got to start asking why, because there's no Amarim doing crazy formations. You know, Carrick does what works for United. That's what it seems like for me, and kind of lets them off the leash, lets them play. I think it's smart if Carrick tries to get Rashford back on board, purely because there is still a player there, whether people want to admit it or not, and no one's going to buy him. Not for that money. So you either give him away or accept way less than what you think he's worth, or you try and make it work. Otherwise, just paying that money for nothing. Or you can just do a Tomiyasu and tear out the contract. Not a lot of people do that, and you should be doing it more. I wish we did that at Arsenal, but we just have to accept the fact that we're not very good at business. If we want to get better, it starts with this. Let's burn it down. No one's going to pay for Gabriel James. Sorry, mate. Pay out your ting. See you later. Havertz, Odegaard, all of these fucking guys. It's not going to happen. We want to get money for them. We're going to get rubbish money for them, I bet you. Big up to Hickme, said facts for you, Somerville would be all right. He would. If you just got me Somerville on his own as our left wing, I'd be like, come on, man. What the fuck? But if you got me Barcola and Somerville, or Rodgers and Somerville, and you're looking to have Rodgers on the left, I wouldn't whole hot, because I don't think Rodgers needs to be in the middle for us. But whatever. He would do a better job than what we've got right now. So if you got me both of them, or Barcola and Somerville for the left, I wouldn't have any complaints. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Brother, did we snatch your girl? Stop crying over it. What the fuck are you talking about? Crying over what? I'm crying over how many messages you send me, bro. Like, you're my girl. That's what I'm crying over. What are you talking about? I'm talking about the news. Don't wind me up today nighttime, because I'm already a bit wound up with how many messages you send me, bro. I'm being deadly serious. So let's not start with the, like you're not messaging me like you're my girl. Allow it. I think Somerville needs loads of game time to elevate his game. Only reason I wouldn't want him, he'd be on the bench. Well, why do you think that is though, bro? Why would he be on the bench? For Trossard and Martinelli? Would you do that? Would you play Trossard and Martinelli over Somerville? This is why we don't get players. This is why we don't get Semenyo. He'll be on the bench. Why? Why would he be on the bench? Oh, Arteta, cool. Favorites, cool. Playing players that shouldn't be playing, cool. I don't know, man. I'll take Somerville over any of those guys on our left. But if you told me just him on his own, like I've said, I think I've been pretty clear. Nah. But yeah. What you're saying, I don't think is wrong. But it pisses me off because why? Why would he just be on the bench? Because he's not good enough? You know what I mean? It's the same reason why Ethan Wanyeri, you know what I'm saying, has been treated the way he's been treated. The same reason that Miles Lewis-Skelly couldn't, back up his breakthrough season. One reason. You know what I mean? Big up to Wahaha. Hope you're well today, bro. There's another one, probably another picture you've made up at home. I can't even say that, but big up to Wahaha. Leave Scott at Bournemouth. He's not worth anything over 40 mil. Just leave him at Bournemouth because why? I don't know, man. What did he really do last season? He's not a bad player, but for me, he can't stay fit. Like Livramento, he's not a bad player. He just can't stay fit. I don't want to get players like that anymore. You know? Yeah, leave him at Bournemouth, bro. Leave him at Bournemouth. He's saying United fans think it's the 80s. Bro, I don't know what you think it is, bro. You blatantly, I think, not you, because it ain't your money, but Tottenham overpaid for Fernandez. Big facts, bro. Big facts. And West Ham are just, boy, they've got relegated, but they've got money like they've just won the league. That's what it seems like. I think I read that one. Big up to Trapping with Jay Tapping. What is the matter with me? Big up Nighttime. Sorry, I wasn't ignoring you. I was driving. Sky Sports report that Chelsea are considering a bid for Victor Osimhen. Another player that I'd like. I want to see this player in the Premier League. I would have taken Osimhen or Gyökeres for Arsenal last year. I would have taken Osimhen. I'm telling you, even out of all of these players, right? There's only two in world football that I think would actually suit our style, and that's Osimhen and Alvarez. And I like Osimhen a bit more than I like Alvarez, if I'm being terribly honest with you. He's got a good header, great shot. He's not slow. He's not weak. He can play a false nine. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, that would have made all the sense in the world. What was I saying last summer, Roy? If Sporting keep putting the money up, go and get Osimhen. Go and try and get Alvarez. That's when I found out he's got some mad release clause. But you're dickheads if you think that anyone's going to pay that. You shouldn't be scared by that. Go and put down 100 million euros and see what they say. You know what I mean? Just like me, just like anybody, we can all sit there and cuss out Gold Bitch for being a sellout. But if anyone wants to come and give me 3.5 million and 500k a year just to be the face of the channel, I'll probably sell it as well. Do you know what I'm trying to say? What? No worries, Chronic. My guy, big up every time. Love that. Dapping's going round. Hendo or Legendo. I don't know. Big up to Sean. Alex Scott, don't move a needle. No, it doesn't. Bastoni on pedo charges is so wrong. What? Oh my God. Again, I know these guys are ugly. I was just saying these guys are ugly, but you're rich. You're footballers. You don't just pay for it. Thomas Partey, Hakimi, Bastoni, all of these players. Greenwood. There's probably loads. All of these charge for rape, charge for this, like, this should never be the case. Never be the case. And anything with kids, like obviously forcing yourself on a woman, a grown woman, I'll still put you under the jail for that. But kids, oh my God. I'd have to put you in one of those barrels and just melt you in acid, bro. That wouldn't even be good enough. Do you know what I'm trying to say? That's crazy work. Where did you even hear that news? I ain't seen that spread around nowhere. Big up to Chronic. These footballers' charges get swept under the rug. It's disgusting, bro. When they were just saying that about that Japanese don, and he's just there playing. I'm not saying allow the rest of them like Partey and Hakimi and whoever are, bro. If there's one treatment, they should all get that treatment. You know what I mean? Because Partey hasn't had his day in court. I'm not saying there's no smoke or there's no fire. That's not what I'm saying. But that isn't no one's guilty until they're proven guilty. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And people don't really believe it even when they're proven innocent, do they? But he ain't even had his day in court. This Japanese Donny didn't even go to court, just paid them off. Anyone getting paid off, that's bait for me. You did it. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, but yet these men are here in the World Cup. All these rich guys that you could just get anyone, bruv, just pay for it. I don't get it. Honestly, even pundits are talking about Rice looking lethargic for England during the World Cup, but they're just unaware that he's been overplayed at Arsenal under Arteta, and the same with Saka limping. Do you know what it is, bro? Do you know what it is, Darryl? I don't even think they're unaware. I think they're very aware, but they just can't say nothing against the regime, honestly. And most of these men don't care. They want Declan Rice for England. Just like when you see England score a set piece or a corner, everyone's jumping up and down, but when Arsenal do it, John, it's the double standard. That's what it is. That's all it is. But yeah, they should notice. They should say something. They probably won't for Arteta. We're just going into the other headlines as well, actually, because what's his name? Tom Allen. Hold on. Tom Allen, another one of our fitness staff has left. So we've had Iqbal, the doctor, and 2 of the fitness staff leave. Oh, what? Because our players are all injured. Oh, they're so bad. It's all their fault. No. If you believe that, then you're just gullible, bro. Do you know what I mean? You just grow up. We know what it is, and it's Arteta. The one person that should have been fucking sacked for mashing up our players is Arteta. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because I guarantee you, the doctors and the fitness staff are not telling him to play these players. They're telling Tuchel not to play Saka. So we didn't. Obviously, he has been playing him, bringing him on for minutes, still playing Declan Rice no matter what. And like I keep saying, it's not Tuchel's fault, but any manager that plays injured players, I don't rate you. But we know why they're injured. Do you know what I mean? It's not the Iqbal, it's not Tuchel, it's not the 2 fitness staff that are just left. It's fucking Mikel Arteta, bro. It's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious who it is. Do you know what I mean? The one common denominator that's still at the club. Vinay's left, Edu's left, fucking Garlic, all these other guys leave, bare people leaving. He stays though, doesn't he? He stays. In winding me up. Kepa's future at Arsenal was not totally assured this summer. Now you guys can't see what I'm looking at. Maybe I'll put it back on screen for you quickly. But I'm happy. Get rid of him, bro. He's shit anyway. Like we should have just promoted Setford O'Hine. I don't know why we paid 5 million and helped Man United and Chelsea out, like being good Samaritans. I don't know what we were doing, guys. I ain't gonna do a whole nother thing, but I've come here to try and find news about Tom Allen because I did see it on Sky yesterday, and for some reason I haven't found it today. So I've just come into Arsenal and we'll cover some more of the Arsenal news. We know about Hincapié. Yeah, we know that he signed for us now on a permanent, and I'm happy with that. The goalkeeper is understood to be open to the idea of a new challenge as a number one at the right club. Yeah, who wants to just sit on the bench all the time? If you've got any ambition, that's what you should do. But look at this prick. You just got a runners-up Champions League medal and a flipping Premier League medal, and you're shit. Barely played, just like Madueke, just like some other of these guys. Do you know what I mean? But listen, get him out, bro. Get him out. Get his wages up over 100 grand. Get him out. For our backup goalkeeper, are you telling that? Oh, look at us now. We're so good compared to where we was. Our wage bill is atrocious as well. He said no rush to leave. Of course not, because he's probably not going to get the money or nothing. But if something suitable comes along that is right professionally and personally, shut up, man. So you see how we just got bodies on our hands. This is what I keep trying to tell people. Gabriel James is not leaving. Do you know what I'm trying to say? He's gonna have to, I don't know, he's gonna have to have a real good deal, and then still we might even have to pay part of it for him to fuck off. Havertz, Odegaard, Kepa, Martinelli, even Trossard, he's 32 now. We might want him gone. But if he don't accept a deal from any of the other, we're gonna have to keep him or just release him, rip up his contract. We have got bodies on our hands, and we're not gonna get big money back for any of these players. The business has been absolutely terrible. All you do is disrespect the club. No, I want my club to do better. Just like my kids. I'll never tell them, that's all right, mate. I'll do it for you. How is that looking after your kids? Let me not get started anyway. Let me not get started. So no rush to leave. In the case he does leave, Arsenal are keeping tabs on Leeds goalkeeper. Is that Ilan? Messila? I can't even say that. Is that 3 I's? Is that 3 L's? But again, why? Just promote one of the youth goalkeepers and done. And until someone big comes up. We already gave you the news about being in a 2-horse race with United. Like, pull out of that race, man. United can have him. Don't want Scott, bro. That's crazy work. There we go. Another medical staff member to leave amid club review. Oh, we've had a review. Our players are still injured and broken. They're still carrying bare knocks. They're still probably going to go into the new season not 100% fit. But what? It's all of these guys' fault. It's nothing to do with Arteta, ever. Arsenal's head of sports science and performance, Tom Allen, is set to leave the club as part of a continued overhaul of the club's medical structure. If you want to overhaul it, get rid of the manager, bro. Overhaul, done. Finished. Premier League champions are currently undergoing a club review into the medical team amid an injury situation that nearly derailed it. It's been derailing it for years, bro. Nearly derailed it. Do you know what I'm trying to say? If Man City was actually the City of old, and I'm not saying they're washed, but they're not the City of old. But if they was, we wouldn't have won that league. They would have beat Bournemouth. It would have been over. Like, we wouldn't have won that league. Still. That's what I'm trying to say. When I ask everyone, all right, what did Arteta actually do to win this league? Did he land a blow on any of our rivals? Did he pull off a masterstroke in this, that, and that game? You know, did we play amazing football? And what did we do to win the league? We just turned up. The only one thing I could probably say is that we somehow managed to get some results playing the stinkiest football ever. But I can't sit there and say that's down to Arteta or that's a masterstroke. I don't know. That's just a bit of luck. With a little bit of luck. You know what I'm trying to say? What did he do to win the league, bro? Huh? He put together some mad team that no one can deal with. Like, bro, come on, man. Anyway, Dr. Iqbal has already left the club, having spent 2 years with the Gunners. Alan, meanwhile, has been at the club since 2017. You know what I'm trying to say? Before Arteta even landed, but now he's leaving. What? Because he's at fault for something. Anyway, Mikel Arteta has recommended bringing in Joaquin Acedo. Who is this? Who is a friend of his, to help with the review. I'm telling you, our club is dead. These cronkies have given this guy the keys to the city, bro. His son plays for the club. He's got a dog. You know, his friends and family. This is what I keep trying to tell you. It's not like a football club. It's turned into a lick. What do I mean by that? It's a money maker. Everyone can come and make money. Friends, family. Hey, you're not going to believe what I've just stumbled into. I'm hiring all of you dons. Like, we're all going to get rich real quick. We still got garlic, or have we? To help with the review through the restructure has involved the entire football leadership, which includes garlic. And he's shit as well, bro. Get him all the way out. These guys ain't even football guys, bro. They're just here to make money. And they make a lot of money. And they bring in their friends and family. And that's all it is. It's a joke. It's a joke. But here he is. That must be Tom Allen here. Because there's no other reason why we'd be getting to see this picture. But another Arsenal part of the medical side is left now. Because it's all their fault, guys. It's all their fault. No one else. Makes me sick, man. Honestly, makes me sick. And then you know what makes me sick as well is when other Arsenal fans talk to me like, do you know what I was watching? Remember I was telling you I was watching a lot of videos on Islam and ex-Muslims against believers of the faith, and the ex-Muslim was saying this, that, and the third about Aisha, about Bilal, about so many different things. And all the Muslim kept on saying is, why are you bringing this out in public? It reminds me of Arsenal. So we could be harboring Jimmy Savile. That don't matter that he's fiddling with all these kids, but just don't say it out in, don't put our messy laundry out in public. I'm not saying that about the Muslims. I'm just saying I'm using that as an example because I watched it yesterday. So instead of just answering the questions, answering the criticism with an actual argument, you're just saying, why are you putting our business out there? That's Arsenal for you. Don't matter that you don't like Arteta. Why are you going on the internet and bad mouthing the club? You fucking idiots. How can you not see that I love this club? How can you not see that things need to change? It's crazy work, isn't it? We did give you the news about Bruno Guimaraes anyway. They're trying to give him a bumper new deal, and they're saying to Spurs that we're not really looking to sell Tonali anyway. You know what I mean? So they definitely ain't going to sell both of them in 1 year. That would be fucking, sorry for the swearing, suicide. It would. Do you know what I mean? Turned into some selling club. So it's mad. Both of these guys might still be there next season. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I wanted to just come back on here just to give you the stuff about Tom Allen. And of course, while I'm here, I'm just going to see if there's anything else. Nemichas, obviously, Newcastle are interested in him. If Guimaraes leaves, Arsenal explore. We're interested. We fancy. We never just go and get, though, do we? That's what pisses me off. I can't lie. Before I get out of Sky, though, let me go to the fixtures quickly because I didn't do that earlier. 2-0 Mexico, man. So what it did, it got delayed from 2 till 3 because it says 2 a.m. there. But Fraley was saying 3. All right, big up Mexico, man. Did say that they, you know, if they play well, they can do bits as well. I did say that. Just like most of the South American teams, Argentina, Uruguay, Ecuador, if they turn up, if they're on smoke, they can beat anyone. Just like the Africans, really. The African teams have done really well. Obviously, people are getting knocked out, you know, in the numbers now, but there you go. So England today against Dr. Congo at 5 over on Shane's channel. And of course, Belgium, Senegal at 9 p.m. Not sure what's going to happen with that. I did plan to watch it. I did mention it to Rican as well. So it weren't guaranteed because obviously he had things going on. And now I've been told about this anniversary, reminded about my anniversary. God knows. I might just be here watching the game anyway. It's probably what's due to be happening. I'm trying to say, but just in case. Just in case. Excuse me. And I'll quickly go to tomorrow because you know that we have games on. Well, maybe not now, but before at crazy times in the morning. And there you go. USA. I want to watch USA. I like how they play football. Am I going to be watching it at 1 a.m.? I don't know. This is what I'm trying to say. That's why I came to tomorrow's games. Because technically it is tomorrow, but it's the back end of Wednesday. And of course, we got Spain, Austria tomorrow at 8 p.m. So if we are going to do World Cup games, probably will. That should be on my channel. Should be pretty straightforward for Spain. Same for USA, to be fair. But you never know. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. You never know. But there you go. So that's some of the games coming up. I'll come off that now. I'll get into a few more of your comments. Juju in the house. Chelsea guys, talk to me, Juju, man. 8 and 10 million bids for Xhaka. That's not going to get it done. Crazy work, innit? And apparently you man's been fined again, charged again for some rule breaks. I don't know. I don't even care. I'm glad you're in it because I wanted to ask Chelsea fans. I was hoping Brian or someone, because you know, like we was having conversations about, you know, keeping your hands clean, doing things the right way, blah, blah, blah. Would you go back to before Roman just so you can do it the right way? So you didn't spend the money you spent. You didn't just go mad buying up everything. You go back to before it and just do things the right way. Would you prefer to do that? Even though you've been fined last year, been fined this year, who cares? Like all of the things that you've won since Roman came in and did what he did, would you change it? Would you go back and change it so you could do it the right way and not have, you know, people saying you cheated? I asked the same for Man City fans as well. I'm pretty confident I know what the answer is going to be, but I might be wrong as well. I might be wrong. Roy, there are women from the Iranian women's football team who did not sing the Iran national anthem as a protest competition in Australia, who have not been seen in public since they went back home. That's what happens. I was listening to the ex-Muslim that said, you know, I don't have a relationship with God. Like in Islam, you're a slave to God, basically. You're God's slaves. You just obey. In Christianity, I'm not saying one's better than the other. I'm not no religion. I think they're both bad in their own ways, and they also can be good in their own ways. If it helps you to be a better person, religion is brilliant. If it turns you into a cultist that can't think for themselves, then it's not brilliant, you know. But there you go. But the reason I even mentioned that is because the ex-Muslim was saying, bro, if I went back to the Islamic world now, like I might not come back out the country. If you leave Islam, they will stone you in the street. Not all the time, but that could happen to you, or your family and friends are definitely not going to talk to you. Anyway, views, none of those names even made a tickle. Pardo, Minte, Marla, what the F, bro? I mean, you guys were talking about Yandy Amande. That makes a tickle, but he might be going to PSG now. So just like United's, you might are kind of getting turned down. Was it you lot that were trying to get Munoz as well? Or was that Newcastle? That was Newcastle. Was it Newcastle or was it Liverpool? Who was trying to get Munoz? And then someone else jumped in. I think it was Newcastle, innit? I think you lot jumped in for Munoz. So, you know what I mean? And even him, still, it kind of reminds me of Hincapi and Mosquera last year. I weren't calling them shit because I didn't know about them. Do you know what I mean? So, but at the same time, it couldn't make me excited either. No goosebumps. What do you mean, Mosquera and Hincapi? Who? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, honestly, so I get you, my bro. I get you. I think you'll be all right, though. I do. I don't know why. It's just a feeling. No logic. But I can always admit that as well. Cashley was manager. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. I didn't even know he was still in football. Like I said, in my old age, I don't really watch everything now like that. I watch the Premier League. I watch Champions League, Europa, some internationals, you know. But other than that, I don't watch the leagues like I used to at all. So appreciate the information. Arteta is the culprit of making the injury-prone Arsenal players. Yeah, lethargic during the World Cup. I think Tuchel even got in contact with Arteta and he was gate crashing him about it all, of course. And he should. Tuchel should be telling him, what the fuck have you done? Why you said, I asked you to send me a car, you sent me like a chassis on bricks, nothing on the inside, no engine, no seats. What are you doing? We know whose fault it is. And like I said, Shane's not wrong. Like managers, they've got to look out for themselves, but at the same time, it still doesn't get too short out of any criticism from me. Not at all. You shouldn't be playing him. I don't care. Any player that's injured should not be playing football. I don't care if you play for England or you're playing for Lidl. If you're injured, you're not helping no one, yourself or anyone on the pitch. It's not right. It's not competent. I'm never going to agree with it. Ever. You know what I mean? So how can you tell me I'm not an Arsenal fan? I love my players. How about that? I don't love this pussy old manager. I don't love the pussy old owners. I don't even love you pussy old fans. You know what I mean? Because I want more. Don't you want this again? These man is like sitting on their hands for another 20 years. I'm not with it, bro. And if I see something, I'm going to say it because that's what we do over here. I don't chat rubbish. I don't lie. Sometimes I might be wrong about certain things. I'm not a superhero. I can't read the future. you know what I'm trying to say? You're always going to get the same energy though. Yeah? And we're always going to say what we see. You know what it is, man. Every year, bro, especially when the transfer market's open, Arsenal will fail to impress again, and then you get the walk-in Wolves. Oh, well, the transfer league, the transfer window's finished now for today. We can't do nothing about that. We might as well move on. Shut up, bro. Do you know what I mean? Shut up, bro. Every time it's the same thing. Every time it's the same thing. Well, it's over now. We have to move on. How are we going to move on? And then we do the same thing in the next transfer window. It's over now. How are we going to move on? Shut up, bro. While this guy's... Hi, and welcome to the AFTV Transfer Daily. While I fill my pockets, you fucking walrus, bro. Do you know what I mean? Get out of here, man. We just agree with anything the club says because we don't want to make it look bad, no matter what it's doing. No matter what it's doing. So what are you telling me, guys? If Jimmy Savile was the manager, what we can't criticize because he's the Arsenal manager? Is that what man's saying? If Rolf Harris, yeah, was at our club, were we supposed to just not say nothing? What was everyone saying about Thomas Partey? And he ain't even been convicted yet. I'm not saying he ain't done it. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying he ain't even had his day in court yet. What was you man all saying? Let Arteta, bro. Do you know what? I swear to God, bro. Yeah, it's a hypothetical. Let it come out that there's something mad happened, like Arteta's been kiddie fiddling, or he's got some mad images on his device. These men will still back him. I'm certain. I'm certain these men will still back him. Whatever Arteta says goes. Wow. Wow. An extra $5,000 a week, yeah. Considered the best left back, yeah. I weren't happy with that either. On par with Carlos. Nearly. Probably the best left back that we've had in my lifetime. You know what I'm trying to say? $5,000 difference. So the club's always been on a joke thing, Roy. A lot of people seem to think we just pigeonhole Arteta. No. Wenger got criticism as well. And he's done way more than you have, Arteta. Way more credit in the bank. And he was getting told fix up. You know what I'm trying to say? We're not QPR. We're Arsenal. But yeah, you're right. $5,000 a week was the difference, bro. So we've been fumbling the bag. We've not been good with business for a long time. A long time. And then we ain't seeing no changes now. It's not getting better. That's what's annoying. That's what I thought when Burr came in. At least our business might get better now. But you're trying to act like, oh yeah, like we haven't made bare mistakes. We're gonna have to get rid of all those mistakes and then start again. We're gonna have to have the standards once we got rid of these dead bits of business, because that's what they are. We wouldn't get what we paid for Madueke now just a year later, and he's a Premier League champ. We wouldn't get the money back for him. We wouldn't. Or Havertz, or Moreno even, or Calafiori, and they weren't even that expensive. What was Moreno, like 40 million, 38? We wouldn't even get that. People are telling me 30, 40 million for Trossard. Are you all right? In what world? We'd be lucky to get 25 million for Trossard. There's my camera again. You know what I mean? I need the money. You know, I need the fucking money. People are saying 70 million for Trossard and Martinelli. Well, we definitely should be getting fucking 40 million for Martinelli purely because of his age and what everyone else is getting sold for. But Trossard at 32, Premier League champion or not, we're not getting 30 million for it. I'd be very, very surprised if we did. If someone offered 30 million, I'd bite their hand off for it. I'd bite their hand off for it. I'm trying to fix the camera, guys. I am trying to fix it. Yeah, and then we don't have a back no more. Do you know what I mean? We'll try and sort that out now. There we go. We have to go from one to the other. No reason for the camera to do it, but it does. But yeah, I hope you guys are kind of understanding what I'm trying to put down here. Big up to Chronic, Dappins, Wahaha, Fraley, Dappins. We love that. Tuchel inadvertently exposed Arteta about Rice and Saka. No, but they always do. But not even just Tuchel, bro. Look at the who was it Gattuso? Was he the Italian manager? Who was the Italian manager? When Calafiori went there, bro, he's like, oh, Calafiori's trying to show commitment. He wants to stay with the Italy side and see what, but they're like, send him home, man. He's broken. We only ever get the truth about our players when it's international time or the end of the season. And then everyone just meant to forget about it. Look what happened to Timber just last year, talking about how much pain he was on that podcast, and the manager just played him anyway. And then you just treated him the same way this year, just non-stop, until he can't play. Misses his whole world. I told you, innit? Arteta's going to be the reason a bunch of Arsenal players don't have the World Cup they should have, or won't even make it regardless. You know what I mean? Or they've got to go to the World Cup injured and cropped because of what he's on. I'm sick of it, bro. So many posts on X about what, bro? About Rice and Saka? Is that what you mean? Okay, fair play. I must have missed them then, but I was obviously just looking for transfer stuff though, wasn't I? Big up to Bo Stack. Always a pleasure to have you here, man. Is there actually any blacks that live in Mexico? Well, I was in Cancun. I saw 1 or 2 black people, but they weren't Mexican. They were American from Canada. There was a Manchester family and a Birmingham family when I was in Mexico. And when I was speaking to the Mexicans, they were telling me they don't even consider Cancun Mexico. It's like Dubai, like just a made-up area for tourists. Obviously, you're in Mexico, but they don't consider it. Mexico City, Tijuana. But when you go down there, it's mad. Kidnapping. There's no value for life. Huh? Latinos killing Latinos. Where's the Latino on Latino crime? There's no thing for that, is there? It's mad, bro. It's mad. But no, and let's have it right. This is what I was trying to say yesterday, right? And this is facts, whether you like it or not, whether you like to hear it or not. This is the last thing I'll say on it. Anti-blackness is worldwide because of Europeans and because of the colonizers. There wasn't such thing as a skin, there were colors and stuff back in the day. They needed that because the poor people were getting together and saying, we're all starving here, but these guys are not starving. Why not? Because they're taxing us. They're taking this, they're doing that. They're keeping everything for themselves. So then all the rich people said, well, hold on. We need them to start battling each other. Like, otherwise they're going to come and take all of our shit. Let's make up this thing called race. And ever since then, the world's been taken over by everybody, one way or the other. Whether you like to admit it, and I've seen bare white people, I'm half white, saying you guys are acting like victims. It was 400 years ago. First and foremost, it weren't. There was still slavery up until the last couple of decades ago. And secondly, how can you talk on that? Do you say that to Jewish people about the Holocaust? Stop being victims. Is that what you say? There's a genocide in Sudan right now being fought by European and Arabic people. So should we not, I don't know, should we not say nothing about that? And they say that because you feel guilty, just like the Asians. Yeah, we've got a lot of East Asians, Korean, Chinese, or in America right now, the American Asian community or Asian American community. You wouldn't be able to be there if it weren't for the blacks. No immigrant would be able to be there if it weren't. So hold that. And secondly, and I'll leave it on this, there's a lot of people, a lot of Latins are coming out saying, why are the black people not backing us when ICE is deporting us? And say, hold on. Because you guys are anti-black. That's why. Let's not act like you're not. You are. There's colorism in your culture, just like there is in the Caribbean, the African, and the Asian communities. Everywhere. Colorism, caste system. They even have it between themselves. There's a whole graph of different colors as Latinos. Guess who's all the way at the bottom? The dark people. All around the world, bro. Don't piss me off. You know what I mean? So is there, bro? I didn't see anyone that looked like they lived there when I was there, bro. Just tourists. Same as Argentina. Yeah? All right. Has Neymar played much for Brazil? No. I think he's come on once so far. If I'm not mistaken, let's get back to the sports. If I'm not mistaken, big up to Bitter as well. Hope you're well. Big up to you. Someone help me with this, man. I think he's only come on once, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, I might be. So I don't act like I know everything. You know what I mean? Dara, only top gooners can't see how terroristic Farteta is with the players. It's unbelievable, bro. But because we won the league, it's like the results. Everyone knew we played shit football last year. Everyone, even them, they knew. But the results kept papering over the cracks. And this Premier League title has done that as well. It has. Because every other competition we didn't win. Played the same way. Terroristic, you know, scaredy cat football, bro. let's just not lose football. Do you know what I mean? How is Paqueta starting games in the World Cup trapping? I think we can both agree. I think am I chatting shit? I think he has been absolutely rubbish, Paqueta, for Brazil. I do. Absolutely rubbish. You know what I mean? I do. I've liked Cunha. Like, even Martinelli's been shit for them. He scored the goal the other day, but that was the one good thing he done in that game. Everything else he done was rubbish. Rose losing the ball. Like, honestly. But I think, yeah, we definitely agree on that, Jay. Spurs doing the Everton in 2017, what, just trying to buy out the bar. I hear it, bro. I hear it. But like I said, they have to stop the rot, Big Bad. They got to stop the rot. 2 years they've been at the bottom of the league, you know, fighting for their life. It could be a third year in a row. And if they're down there again for the third time, it might be third time lucky. We might not be seeing them the season after next. I'm just saying. Or it might be a completely different thing. It could be. It should be. With how they're trying to move. Spurs fans told me that they start playing well now under De Zerbi. I'm like, all right, a little bit. You're starting to buy some players that are not kids. So that makes sense. We'll see what happens, man. We will see what War of the Roses, bro. Bro, I woke up today. It was just July 1st. I'm waiting for my wages. Do you know what I'm trying to say? That's it. I'm like, all right, I got a few more days. Yeah, because yeah. Otherwise, there ain't going to be no panel shows this month. You know what I'm trying to say? If I ain't got the money for it. So, yeah, I'm waiting for my... And then I got a text, happy anniversary. I'm like... She was ignoring me half the day yesterday, but it's happy anniversary today. I'm telling you, when you've been together like 20-odd years, like me and her, I think it's just over 17, actually, because we got together like half a year before we was actually together, made it official. You know what I mean? Best part of 20 years, bro. And you got 2 kids, bro. You know what I mean? I'm on the same status as the dog now. You know, I'm like, yeah, like, we're not too far off. You know what I'm trying to say? Andrew McCarry's in the building. We telling me, bro. Big up, big up. Hope you're well today, man. Hope you're well today. And why not? Just because I've been moaning about this.
This fucking manager!
I'm sorry. You know what I mean?
Mikel Arteta!
He's the only person at fault for these injuries. When we start mad slow next year, we don't know who we're gonna field. We might have Calafiori and fucking Mosquera as left and right back. Who knows? Hincapi playing centre back because Saliba needs an operation. Everyone seems to be forgetting that. You know what I'm trying to say? So, yeah, man. That's why I'm a bit anxious myself. Big Bad, I don't think he's touched pitch yet. No, I think he's come on once. He come on once. One time, if I'm not mistaken. One time, and then he got the ball and he should have passed it and he tried to shoot, just looking like a fat washed up, you know, like how can Neymar looks just like Ronaldinho? Ronaldinho's like 50 or something, he's 46 or something. I'd still rather play Ronaldinho than Neymar right now. Big up to you, my G. Big up all the dappings going around. We love that. Bo, Enna Valencia. Big up to Wahaha. He has played much recently. No. Are you talking about Neymar? We're talking about someone else. He just come back from injury. They shouldn't have picked him. You're talking about Neymar? Same for Saka, Declan Rice. John Stone should never have made it. Reece James should never have made it. The back end of last season, Reece James was shit and injury prone. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I just don't understand. Saka shouldn't have made it. You didn't do enough last year and you was injury prone for a lot of it. You shouldn't have made it. I keep the same energy, guys. Don't think you shouldn't have been there. But that's a whole nother, that's a whole next conversation. He injured himself before the World Cup, but made 2 subs. You talking about Neymar? When else did he come on? I've only seen him come on once. Has there been a Brazil game that I haven't watched? There might have been one that I haven't watched. It might have been early in the morning. We've done most of the Brazil games. I think there might have been one game I've missed. I don't know. I only thought he came on once though. But there you go. Big up. No sales, no signings, and it's July. Well, people will tell us, Jay, that we don't do anything until then. Why are we rushing? The World Cup's on as well. It doesn't seem to be slowing everyone else down. Now, of course, there should be a lot more transfers going on. And of course, the World Cup is a reason that it would slow down a little bit. But I say a little bit. You're just using it as an excuse to do nothing. Players are over there having medicals. there's no reason why something shouldn't be. And the thing is, especially for teams that are still in it, or for players that have had good, like you want to get that done quickly before their price goes flying up again. It's mad. Like what all the clubs never knew that the World Cup was about to happen. Like no one's coming to the window with a plan. That's what it seems like to me, except for Spurs. I wouldn't say plan, but they just plan to go mad, innit? Spend. Cool, great. At least it looks like they've got a plan, though, innit? The same as Madrid. Even City, they know who they want. Are they waiting? No. They've done it already. But here we are, twiddle. We don't even know who we're going to get. When I ask people, like, who universally will come into Arsenal and improve our squad right now, it's hard. Everyone's got their own, personal favourites that they like, but it's hard. So if I'm finding it hard, they might be finding it hard. However, I'm a pauper and a peasant, like Shane tells me, and these men are millionaires. You get paid a lot of money to do your job. Get it right. You shouldn't be struggling. You know what I mean? But Hincapié, you know what I'm saying? Big up to Tappy, man, my bro. Big up views and all in the chat. Hit the like. It does really count. It does. That's why I asked to share it out. Just to see if there's one extra person that sees, there's one extra person that can come and be a part of the community. Big up to the legend, that's Tappy. Big up to you, Fraley. Everton shit cunts that couldn't beat Spurs in the final game of the PL. That would have relegated them, I know. And Newcastle as well. Don't think I forgot about them. They just lost the memo, bro. What the beating West Ham like that? What are you on? Like, do you know what I mean? You couldn't have gone nowhere. There was no need for that. Trying to protect Spurs, man. So yeah, Newcastle fans, I'm on to you. You know what I mean? Would have relegated them rather than West Ham. Remember League Gunners watch along of it. Yeah. Disgusting, bro. After Newcastle tucked West Ham in like that, I was like, what are you doing? That's when I knew these guys are gonna stay up, innit? After doing Martin, big up, man. Dappins, we love all of that. Chronic, no worries, my man. Big up to Quaja. Back at you, love that. Moyes the S-bag, yeah, I'm telling you, but he's still there kicking. He's still, you know what I mean? Spurs are so lucky they make bank off hosting concerts. Yeah, they also make bank off of whatever goes on in their stadium. It's probably like ours. It's plus 60k. They charge an arm and a leg for mediocre beer and hot dogs. They've always had the infrastructure. That's why it's like, what the hell? Why do these men not care about Spurs? Even Levy, like, you don't care about Spurs. You just care about lining their pockets. It reminds me of the Cronkies, to be honest. We're not that far apart. We're at different spectrums of it, of course. But ultimately, these men just want to make money. But they are lucky, and they're lucky they stayed up, because if they went down, it would have been mad. I couldn't guarantee them coming straight back up. I'm telling you that. Big up to you, big up, mate. Yes, man. All the dappins. Yes. Oh, they agree, deal, do they? Now, this is the only one that will make me think, rah, what's going on here? What's going on here? That is the only one that would make me feel like that. Yeah, the 275 that he might get paid a week, that doesn't scare me, to be honest with you. Like, we pay more to worse players. That doesn't scare me. But what does scare me is the fact that why was we not in for him? Like, we was in last January. Like, why have we allowed anyone else to come and take him if we wanted him? So then what have you done? You've now decided that we don't want Tonali, we want Guimaraes. Well, that seems to me like you only done that because Tonali was linked with Spurs and other clubs. So instead of getting into a battle, you're like, all right, we just go for Guimaraes. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I don't know, man. I just got a feeling it's not based off any logic. And I always tell you that. So don't ever, I'm not trying to convince anybody else. I'm just telling you that I've got a feeling that I don't know. I would personally rather Tonali right now. But like I said, the only thing that's changing my mind is the fact that if we did get Guimaraes, he would actually play in the 8. If we got Tonali, he'd be 6, meaning that Rice would be 8. You know what I mean? So that's a bit wild. Let me go straight to the Dolmio puppet and see what he's saying. But yeah, because obviously the news about Fernandez broke yesterday. And it was still kind of up in the air. Fabrizio was saying United is still there, blah, blah, blah. And then as of today, Spurs have said, listen, we're going to beat them. We're going to pay it. And they've got the Fernandez deal. And now they could be following that up with Tonali. Now, Fernandez, I think you might have got bumped. I'm not going to lie to you. You know, I won't say he's a shit player, but he's definitely not worth that much money. There's no way I would pay that for him. But I would have paid the money for Tonali. So that's the one player that you've got that I'll give you the side eye for. That's the one player. So if you send me videos about Tonali, not loads, I might accept that. But stop bursting off my inbox, bro, with all these other dead signings, because all the rest of your signings are dead. If you get Tonali, I'll say fair play. You know what I mean? Newcastle sent offer to Tottenham for Archie Gray. Rejected by Spurs. Newcastle have become a laughing stock, man. This is wild. If I was Archie Gray, I'd move anyway, bruv, because they don't want to play him. Like, you know what I'm saying? And this guy has to play all over the place. But Spurs have turned it down. I know Dredd must be pulling his hair out, bro. I need to speak to him, actually. Big up to the Geordie Dredd. Newcastle are a laughing stock, bro. Kang in Lee deal with Paris Saint-Germain agreement done on player side days ago. Again, what do you mean on player side? Is that not tapping up? Or are you allowed to talk to players directly when the window opens? I think those rules are going to have to be made clear. Paulo Dybala's new deal. There you go. New deal. Who cares? Again, the same stuff. Where are you getting this breaking news, my G? Look, Sarah J, bruv. You telling me that's not Sarah J, bruv? If you know, then you know. City like Malo Gusto, you know. City. I told you because of Enzo Maresca. You think City fans would ever say, go and get me Malo Gusto? That is wild. I'm telling you, when managers go, they bring in their own shit. Look at AC Milan. Trying to get Ugarte in that light. Milan fans don't want these players. It don't matter when the manager comes in, just like we've got Arteta, bro, and his favourites. We've missed out on so many good players because of the Arteta's Angels. I'm sick of it. Look at Sarah J, bro. To Man City. I can't believe it. I can't. Atleti Madrid president Julian Alvarez, nothing has changed. He will stay at Atleti. There you go, bro. There you go. They have got ultimate control, but you are going to just lose a player now. So unless someone says to him, look, bro, you're not going to go till next year, just get your head down, crack on. If he tries to be all funky with it, you'll find yourself on the bench with the under 21s or whatever. These men are going to be paying out for a player that don't want to stay there and that might not bang for you because he doesn't want to be there. But I get it, because if I was Atleti as well, I'd just tell Alvarez, bro, the only way you're going to leave this club is to go to another country, bro. You don't want to go to England, it's too cold. Find your way to Italy. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I'm not selling you to my rivals, bro. You shouldn't have came here then. That was your big goal. It's like me. If my big goal as a player was to play for Arsenal, why at any of my point in my career would I play for Spurs? Why? Or even Chelsea for that matter. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Why? You just don't do it, do you? If you want to play for Barca, you don't go and play for Madrid. Yeah, how many times? We've seen it happen before, Figo, but how many times has it happened? Not a lot. So that's not the smart move to do, is it? Dumb. You've gone to play for Atleti, but you've got visions of playing for Barca. How did you think that was ever going to work out? Crazy work, isn't it? The Jacquet stuff, we gave you that before. Paul. Koke signs new deal with Atleti. Fuck off, Domio Puppet. Again, where is this breaking news, bro? Breaking news where? Just off of any old... One thing I'll say, though, is you can't be putting any kind of confidence in some of these any old things on Twitter, though, bro. Unless it's a tier one, like a Ornstein, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. Or if it comes out on Sky, maybe. But just tell me where. Is this it? It was bad timing. So Tonali will be on the move this summer after his agent Giuseppe Rizzo's recent comments on his future. This could be another Alexander Isak situation. Hold on. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm seeing. Let me just get rid of that for now. And this is off Sky, so they're not saying any deal has been arranged. They're just giving us the talk. Hold on. Where was it? It was just here. It was just here. Why has it gone down? Big up you guys for sharing it. Quaja, Jamboy. Didn't I just have it? Yeah, it was here. They just had it up here. Where's it gone? They're playing video.
Said Newcastle are having a hard time letting go of Sandro and he wants to lead the club to the Champions League. These transfer discussions will take place later. We'll see how the season ends and then...
He wants to lead the club to the Champions League. Oh, you want to play Champions League football, but you're going to go to Spurs because there's an Italian there. Gay! Do you know what I'm trying to say? What? I don't know, guys.
Will decide what to do. He said there's no preference at the moment. It's still early. What we're saying today won't apply tomorrow. Newcastle couldn't let him go now, and there's no point in moving, especially since Sandro is very attached to the club. We'll evaluate and decide what to do in the summer.
It's the summer already. That sounds like a cop-out to me. That sounds like they're very much keeping things open. I ain't going to play the whole thing. I can't be asked with copyrights. Big up the flying pig, still ignoring me a little bit, but you know what I mean? This guy, bro, ready to sign for Spurs. So you got two different things. And also, it is what Newcastle wants to do. I got PSD from whatever, a bench already as a, you can say whatever you want, bro, chatting shit as a Spurs fan. You guys wish you would have got him. And he's a Premier League champion, so hold that. But still, talking about leading Newcastle to the Champions League, to do what? To go and play for another club that's not playing in the Champions League? 275 a week, though. That's probably the reason why he'll move. That's probably the reason why he'll move. You know what I mean? But I'm not seeing nothing breaking, bro. Leak footage of Tonali walking into Bosnia's dressing room. Newcastle sent offer for Archie Gray. Man United in name moving like Mike Ashley. 130 million Anderson walked away. 100 million Diamande walked away. Baleba walked away. Tonali walked away. Hall, window shopped. Fernandez, tire kicking. Edison, instant purchase. So everyone's got something to say about every other club, innit? It's crazy work. Crazy work. But no one's innocent. Like, not even me, not even Arsenal. No one's innocent. But anyway, they win the race to sign Fernandez, bro. Win that race, bro. I can't believe they paid that much money. So we've got Polymarket FC. Is that where you got it, bro? Polymarket FC. Sandro Tonali is now very close to being agreed. Has he done it? Is it here we go? We got to listen to Polymarket FC, bro. Who are these people? Who are these people, bro? Do you know what I mean? You got 200k on Twitter. I don't care. Like, who are you? Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Is this the breaking news? Is this the outlet? Bergval wants exit. That was my one. Big up to Quaja. There is one chance he could go. Are you talking about Bruno Guimaraes now? But yeah, having them both leave. So if Tottenham do get Tonali, if they do, then that might stop Guimaraes coming to Arsenal. I don't even mind. I swear to God, I don't know why. I don't know why. I just can't fully get behind this Guimaraes still. I don't know why. I don't know why. Maybe I just feel like that should have been 2 years ago. Yeah, Ryan Cherky shows frustration towards Didier Deschamps over limited playing time. Yeah, why would he not? He's a good enough player to be playing, but that's the problem with France, though, isn't it? Just like it's the problem with City. So some players do have to accept that if you're going to be in the best team and the best nation, there's going to be loads of good players. That's why you're going to win. You're not going to have to play full matches and things like that. I don't know why they always see it so bad, but of course, you're going to think of yourself. You're going to want to play football. But there you have it. I mean, breaking, like I said, breaking where? On Polymarket. I don't know if that's quite enough. But we're getting talk about it every day. So it's probably looking like it's going to happen. And that might also stop the Guimaraes stuff. It might. Big up to DG back in the building. I'm starting to like Barcola. He could be the answer. Played well versus Sweden. Like I said, bro, one game shouldn't do it though. He is a good player. There's no denying that. It's just the end product. Just the end product. But big up, man. Listen, I said, when you look at the pool of left wingers in the world, it's very, very small. If we get Barcola, cool. Go and get me Somerville as well. And now we can move on. You know what I mean? Even that, what's his name? Something Ali. Like, I see a couple of games, he was going on mad. Then in the World Cup, you look shit, bro. Like, I just don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Big up to DG though. And I don't know how long you've been here. I said in there earlier, I did some research. The things that I was looking at was the language in the hadiths, because the language in the Quran doesn't say that. In the Quran, it does actually say that everyone is equal. However, in the Islamic world and the culture, you know as well as I do, it's not equal. It's not. And I know, I don't even want to get into it, but I just want to say you was right about that. But the information I got, Abid, Raisin Head, all that stuff is from the hadiths. And that you can't tell me that language is nice language. You can't tell me that. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's move on. Man City main focus, but well, like I said, bro, if you listen to whatever story, we've been hearing that they're not even involved. You know what I mean? We've been hearing that they are involved. We've been hearing that he likes PSG. I just read a story today where they didn't even mention PSG. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think most of the big clubs are in for him, or definitely sniffing around, 100%. You know what I mean? So yeah. Hincapié was guaranteed according to Mandem. Why is that confusing me? Guaranteed? What do you mean? To stay at Arsenal? I don't know why that's confusing me, you know. That chip finish, Noni could never. Absolutely not. He's better than Noni. Like, out of all the wingers in that bracket, because Doku, Noni, Pedro Neto, Savio, there's so many wingers. You could even maybe put Due in that category, because how many goals did he score last year? He ain't had a 20-goal season, you know. Doku, everyone kept telling me he's not in that bracket. He is in that bracket. He was clutch for City last year, but he only scored like 5 or 6 goals in the league. Stop, allow it. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So what that shows me that the end product is not there. Just like Neto, Pedro Neto, Savio, Barcola, Madueke. There's probably loads more. Gordon. There's not enough end product. Lookman, because even I was saying Lookman last season from Atlanta or wherever he was, get him. They don't want to sell him to Italy. That's why he went to Madrid. Go and get him. But even him, it's the final third. It's you know what I'm trying to say? But like I've always said on this channel, more than one time, if I am gonna take a risk on anyone in that bracket, then it would be Barcola. I don't even put Semenyo in that bracket. Why? Because he's got end product. I told man, get Semenyo from summer. Forget January gone. From summer, get Semenyo. Where's he gonna play, views? He can play wherever he likes because you're the bad boy. And matter where he can, Saka or not. That's what I hate, guys. I feel like we miss out on so much talent for sentiment, and it pisses me off. Eros is in the building, the boss. You telling me, big man? Always good to have you in, man. Big up your shoes and socks. Hope you're good today. The boss. Hackney is very good. Watched a few Middlesbrough games. Fair play. Fair play. I ain't watched him. We got a new 60 million Jacquet, who is now officially a Red. Happy with that signing. Yeah, 20 years old, 60 million. I don't know. I haven't watched him, though. I haven't watched him enough. So it might be good. It might not be. I'm probably not the best person to speak on it. Big up views supporting the women, too. Yeah, man, I'm going to try because I can't get to go and see the men. Yeah, definitely can't get a season ticket. And I ain't paying fucking £300 for a ticket just because someone's doubling up their money on one of the sites and all of that. Nah, mate. Do you know what I mean? So, obviously, I used to work for Philosophy Football. So, I used to get to go to Wembley, you know, Stamford Bridge, even though it's fucking shit there. The Tottenham Stadium, fucking West Ham Stadium, all Twickenham. There was even stuff up north, loads of things. They went to Spain to do some flagging stuff there. Oh my days, bro. Hold on. Have I just told this kid not to be busting up my inbox and he's just sent me 3 new messages? You just done it 3 more times, nighttime. You just done it 3 more times, my bro. Oh my God. I'm gonna have a breather for the minute because I need to think this one out. I do. Because I don't know if there's any nice ways to say it, bro. Too many messages. Stop sending me every single thing you come across on the internet, please. Otherwise, you're not gonna be able to send me anything, bro. I can't. So I don't do the groups on WhatsApp. I don't do it. Not that I was invited to loads, but the ones I was in just non-stop. Bing, 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 bing. Bare media. Bare times I'm having to delete things off my phone. Allow it. I've just said on this live, you're messaging me bare, bro, and there's like 3 more messages. For a jacket potato. Now, he might be all right, though. He might be all right. I can't crack joke on it. I can't because I don't know. 20-year-old though, 60 M's. I'm telling you, the world of football has gone crazy, bro. Big up to Wahaha, he's laughing, bro. Views, you'll love watching the women, been watching them for a few years now. Yeah, of course, man. For more than one reason. Timothy Trousers and Jeremy Jackade. Oh, you lot taking the piss. I can't wait. Sure, for sure he's up there with the best centre backs in the world currently. I don't know about that, bro. I don't know about that. So I can only learn from him. Oh, he's talking about Virgil. That's what. Okay, I'll take that back. You weren't saying it. Jacquet was saying that about Virgil. Fair play. If I want to reach the very top, listen, I don't know nothing about him. I think he's French. I think that's about it. He could be a godsend. Listen, I love Hincapi and I love Mosquera now. I didn't know nothing about them last season. No one tell me about we bought burgers. No, we didn't. If we don't know them, then it's just another, here we go again, just another signing, isn't it? But I'm happy with them now. I'm happy with them. I can't lie. So that might be the same for this Jacquet guy. It might. I just don't know enough about him and I haven't watched him. DG, isn't Man United in for Tonali? Apparently, I heard Chelsea wanted him, Arsenal want him, Spurs want him. Like, he's wanted, innit? Why you just go to Spurs, though? I don't know. Maybe they're the only one offering 275 a week, my guy. 275,000 a week. But they ain't in Europe or nothing, so I don't know why you'd want to go there over United, for instance. You could probably still get that money there, you know? So yeah, it's a bit weird, man. It's a bit weird. Everyone's kind of just chose Tonali this year. He's a good player. Like I said, when I heard about it in January, I was like, that might be the one. Do you know what I mean? That might be the one. I like Tonali and I've kind of I don't know, been watching him a little bit more than Guimaraes. I would have thought that would have been 2 years ago, for instance. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. I mean, we might get Bruno and he might bang. He might be the next best thing. Like, and I'll just say, fair play. My feeling was wrong. The one thing I will say that goes in Guimaraes' favor, as I've been saying, is that he'll probably play in the 8. If we get Tonali, he'll play 6. Meaning Declan is out of position again and it's long. So I don't know, my guy. It sounds like only Tottenham, and Tottenham just beat United to Fernandez, but obviously they did because they overpaid, in my humble opinion. So I've got to absorb as much as I can from him. Obviously, yeah, fair play. I thought you were saying he's one of the best players in the world, but that's what he was saying about Van Dijk. So my mistake there. Arsenal women made a profit of 22 grand last season. Wow. It's also revealed that the Arsenal women's team were subsidized by Arsenal Football Club by 11 million. When is it too much? Or when is too much too much? I don't know. Look, the Emirates looked fucked up at the end of last season. The women was playing on it a lot. Then it got announced that they're going to be playing on it for their home games. So they're going to be playing on it week in, week out. So the only positive is like, all right, maybe I can get down there and get some content. That was the reason why I mentioned philosophy football, because we can do some vlogs and other stuff like that. But yeah, when is it too much? I don't know. I mean, look, the Arsenal women have been doing their stuff though. I know they didn't do nothing last year, but you know, they've won 2 Champions Leagues, if I'm not mistaken. Like, I don't know. But yeah, to be subsidized by the men, like they can't afford to just be an outright team, that's a bit mad, isn't it? So I don't know, man. 22 million, no? Saying to Roy, 22 million, was it? That's a bit mad. 500 subs on the line, bro. You're probably a bot. If you're not, then message me. Yeah. Spurs need 2 wingers, a striker, and fullbacks. They will be stupid to buy Tonali. Tonali. That's a good point as well. Is it exactly what they need? Now, would you call Tonali a playmaker? He's got it in the locker. Would you call him a more of a creator? He's a 6 at the end of the day. Spurs need like a 10. Or maybe an attacking 8 or something. Do you know what I mean? Like a creator. You don't need more runners. But I think Tonali's got a lot in his game, innit? He's got a good shot. He can pass. He can tackle. So I don't know. That's a good point though from Trapping with Jay. Is it what they actually need? That's a good point. It's a great point. Burr needs to start getting busy with it, bro. You don't even get that TA, bro. He's just Burr right now, bro. Big fraud watch for him as well. Kiwi, your deal finally done. Jesus Christ. Is it finally done? I thought it was already done, bro. It's already done. Or was he on loan? Where did he go? Porto or something? Was he on loan? I don't even know, bro. How much money did we get? We probably got a Happy Meal and an IOU. Do you know what I mean? We are so bad at business, man. We are. Second bid for Xhaka of 10 million. I know, bro. Even I was laughing. Like, Sunderland bought him just last year for 17. Why do you think 8 or 10 is going to get him? Their captain, the guy that's led them to Europe. Like, you know what I mean? I was about to say, you know what I mean? Like, you know, they're trying to ting, but it just don't even make sense. They're not even trying to ting. You're just like, are you broke? Like, what's going on? I don't make no sense, bro. 10 million. Second bid turned down. Is that true, bro? I think it is. It was on Sky, I believe. And I might have even seen it on X, although I believe it was on Sky. Xhaka for 10, greedy. Do you know what I mean? Trying a thing, bro. Trying it. Sunderland just paid 17 last year. Why are they ever going to accept? And he's had a good season. They've had a good season. There's no way. Chelsea are odd one, bro. That's mad. A big up Dara said, yeah, I'm working hard these days, views. I'm trying my best these days with the football. I'm working on myself to keep on improving my mobility, running, and agility skills. Big up, man. My mobility is in question as well, but only because I'm getting old and I sit too much with my legs crossed, bro. I feel like they're going to fall out from under me sometimes. But of course, work on yourself. Absolutely. Absolutely, bro. I don't expect people to be here every day, but I don't expect you to disappear for months on end either. If you do, no problem. You might lose your wrench, but you can earn it back. Chelsea are banking on Enzo's sell for cash, but he ain't getting sold. Wow. That's crazy, isn't it? That's crazy, bro. They aren't going to let Xhaka go for less than 25 plus. He's literally their captain. Yeah, well, not just that, bro, but they're in Europe. He come in and had a great season. Like I said, they paid 17, so I don't think they're going to let him go for less than that. Bare minimum. Do you know what I mean? Sunderland want 30 for Xhaka from what I saw. Even at his age now, I don't know. How old is he now? 31, 32? How old is he now? 30 million? That might be a bit much. But 20 million, 25 million, that makes a lot more sense. They have to make more money on him because they've only had him for a year and he's had a successful season. Chelsea are trying to unsettle Xhaka. 10 million bid is disrespectful to Sunderland. Xhaka knows he would nearly double his wages and get a 2-year contract. That's an extra 10 million for him. From what I read, and from what Fabrizio was saying, he don't even really care about the wages. I think his wife wants to go to London and the kids, and I think he does as well. I think that is the big thing. But yeah, you might be right. But yeah, what are Chelsea doing, man? What are they doing? It makes no sense. No sense whatsoever. United offer. So where did you get that information from, bro? Because I can't see that anywhere. That's what I'm trying to say. When people come in and say these things, I'm like, all right, cool. But I am a bit paranoid of whether to believe it because where we found that information. You know what I mean? But if that's the case, there you go. But United would never even have got to him anyway because they weren't prepared to pay 85 in one go. They were trying to do bits like 50, 60 and add-ons and all that. I don't know, bro. I thought he was 31, 32. I could be wrong. Look, there you go, Fraley. He's saying 33. So for them to ask for 30 million, that's a bit mad. But of course, they're going to want either what they paid or a bit more, bare minimum. For me. Dara old, bro, 33. He's 33. Crazy work. Views, we had this debate yesterday on another channel about Odegaard potentially being sold. If he got sold, how much realistically would Arsenal get for him? Knowing Arsenal's track record. You'd be lucky to get 25, 30 million for Odegaard. How old is Odegaard now? Late 20s? Not quite 30 yet. That's what I think. I don't know how much we paid for him, like 35 million or whatever. I don't know. I can't remember how much we paid for him. We ain't going to get more than what we paid for him. For any of these players, personally. Martinelli probably, because that was a pittance, wasn't it? So any players like that, or that's come through, or any cheap players that have had a relatively good career, and even Martinelli, I'm not even saying he's had a relatively good career, but he done all right in the Champions League last year. He gets clutch goals every now and again. And he's 24 years old. he's probably the only person that would probably get more than what we pay for. I don't think we're definitely not getting more than 65 for Havertz. We wouldn't get more than 75 for Gyökeres now. We wouldn't get more than 50 million for Madueke. We wouldn't get more than 50 million for Norgard. So every price we pay out, we're not seeing no profit on none of them. Odegaard for me, 25, 30 million. And I bite your hand off for that just to get his wages out of it. Because that's the thing we're going to have to accept now, guys. We ain't good at business. We've already made the mistakes. So we need to correct those mistakes. Trying to correct those mistakes with competency now is long. Don't tell me about, oh, we want this money and that money. You've been shit with business for years. And they're injured. And they're on mercenary wages. And they're not very good. So you have to accept that. The same way we did with Tomiyasu. Accept it. Accept the shit money. Move on. And make sure we don't keep making these dumb mistakes, bro. You know what I mean? Don't even let Arteta nowhere near players and the market. Tell me what positions. I'll sort it out. That's what it needs to be. You know what I mean? We are still linked to Draxler. There's no way. Are you taking the piss? Where are you guys seeing this stuff, man? You know what it is? Because I just don't go anywhere, you know. If it's not like a Ornstein or a Fabrizio or Sky, I don't really listen to it. You know what I mean? I know I could probably go on X right now and find 1,000 channels telling me that Tonali's coming Arsenal, Morgan Rogers, Barcola. We're going to spend 1,000 million, billion, cajillion. I can find them sites a dime a dozen. I just don't listen to them. You know what I mean? So that's all it is. So when you guys come in and say some of this stuff, I'm like, all right, what source is it from? Because people are just making things up. 33 ain't old, still prime. No, I can't, no. It's not prime. I don't think so. I actually think people are trying to say like 26 to 28 is a footballer's prime. I don't even think it's that, you know. I don't even think it's that. I think you should be in your prime by the time you hit 24. You shouldn't still be learning the game at 24 years old. Because the moment you do get to 30, you are viewed as old. Your money goes down. You don't get any. They're not trying to bust down any doors to sign a new contract with you. They're not trying to do any of that. You're 30 now. It's just about, oh, we might keep you and try and make it easier and cheaper for us. I mean, I appreciate you, Khalid, but yeah, I can't agree. I think it is, but not like old where you can't play ball, because we're seeing plenty of players do that. But old where you're still out here trying to demand 30 million, like, nah, not for me. Yeah, he served at Arsenal a good few years. He won't last too long at Chelsea either. He'd only be a wasted flop signing when he's 33. He's on about United fans crying. Fair play, I'll take it back then. This fucking manager pitch. I just looked at the time. How have I been on for nearly 2.5 hours? I can't. And I got a big zubby here that I want to spark. Listen, guys, you've been legends, man. I feel like we've had I feel like we've had a bit of a better show today. Less politics. I'm gonna try and keep it that way as well, and just try and keep it separate, guys. I'm happy to talk to all of you guys about it, but just not on the football channel. Tapping with Jay sounds much more interesting. Well, I don't know. That sounds a bit fruity. Do you know what I mean? But trapping with Jay, we can all get behind that. You know what I mean? I think Somerville is better than Martinelli and Trossard. I would start him, but Arteta ain't starting him. I don't even. You're right. There is an Arteta tax. You're absolutely right. I say that all the time as well. I really do. And because of the Arteta tax, that's the reason we may see Morgan starting on the left if we get him. Do you know what I mean? Crazy work. Crazy work. I never ever denied the Arteta tax, bro. Never. But you're right. We've seen it. We've seen it this year. There's no way Gyökeres is worse than Havertz. If you believe that, I don't believe you know football. I mean, you could, whatever. That's just my opinion. Eze's way better than Odegaard. But these men sat down for enough. How much of the season did they sit down for? Do you know what I mean? That's because of Arteta. That's because of Arteta. So I can't say you're wrong at all. You know what I mean? Facts, bro. It's actually winding me up that it's so true. He'd destroy him too. Probably would. Like Shane says, because I'm like, oh, you know, this player will make us better, or who would you like? And it's like, it don't matter. That's his response all the time. It don't matter. He's going to sport them up. It's true. Maybe I should change to that. No. Hey, I don't know. You say sound more interesting. It sounds a bit fruity. I'm just saying, keep that for your OF. That's what I'm trying to say, bro. Sounds a bit mad. That's a bit lightning. Trapping with JB can get behind. Tapping, I don't know, bro. That's a pause right there. Now, big up to Wahaha, bro. Big up to Trapping as well. Bastoni having the highest Italian authorities investigating child prostitution is absolutely sickening. Any grape on a fully grown woman is sickening, you absolute waste, man. Just go and buy a brass. What's the matter with you? All of these rich millionaires forcing themselves on women, but not just that. Man went one further and put it on children, bro. You see, if I was to ever see Bastoni right now, I'd probably go to jail. I would. If I see any type of kiddie, I'll go to jail. And I'll happily go to jail. From I know you're a kiddie fiddler, I might not even have to say anything to you. You might not even see me coming. Just get punched in the back of the head, bricked. Anyone, honestly, they need to put him under the jail, bro. And that ain't even enough. That ain't even enough. Money talks. I'm telling you, bro. Donald Trump, Epstein, all of these guys, Bill Gates. I don't even want to get into all of that, but we know. But yet, my man's just knocking about like everything's calm. The Japanese don't even know his name. Paying off court cases, but he's allowed to come in. Party was scumbag, those allegations of him last year. That's what people say, but he hasn't had his day in court. I'm not saying he's not a scumbag. I was calling him Voldemort. I was saying that he has to leave now, and I wouldn't have sold him on football terms. You know what I'm trying to say? The moment we find out about this, the moment we find out just about what the court knows, I'm like, nah, fuck this guy. But he ain't even been proven guilty. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying he's not guilty. I'm just saying he ain't even had his day in court yet. I don't get it, man. Millionaires can get whatever fanny you want, pay for it. Do you know what I mean? And yet you're out here troubling children. I swear to God, if I ever come across any of these people, I will poke them in their neck, bro. I'm not even joking. I will honestly, it gets to me. It really, really gets to me, man. As a father as well. Oh my days. I'm actually getting like butterflies in my stomach. I would actually murder a man. That I'm telling you that now. Wholeheartedly. 17. Now 17. What is the legal age in Italy? The legal age in the UK is 16. You know what I'm trying to say? Whether that's right. So if you're like mid-20s and you're trying to mess with a 16-year-old, I'm still going to look at you mad, innit? All types of mad. I still might poke you in your neck. I swear. Do you know what I mean? But by the law, so what is the law in Italy? 17. What is it? I don't know. Still not an adult for me. I was doing madness at 17. I lost my virginity. Like those kind of things happened to me with my 13-year-old babysitter who was a girl. And we're playing doctors and nurses. It's not a subject that I'm easy about. You know what I mean? How old is Bastoni, bruv? You know what I mean? You're mid-20s, she's 17. You still might get poked in the neck. However, it's not adult, but it's not child, is it really? I don't know. What's the rules in Italy? What's the age in Italy? It's crazy work, isn't it? But even still, why would even if I was like 26, why would you be looking at a 17-year-old anyway? Bro, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I was watching a video yesterday, right? Now this guy is apparently, I can't even remember his name. I'm gonna have to find it because it made me sick. He was making like an apologist video, all right? An apologist video about Islam and about some of the things that was going on in it, right? But yet this guy admitted on camera that when he was 18 and he got out of jail, or he was in prison, or he was somewhere, he was being held somewhere, not like a proper jail, but he was being held somewhere, got let out of that or whatever, and then went back to his area. And as an 18-year-old, he had sex. He said it was consenting sex with a 15 and a 13-year-old girl. That's what he said, live on camera, like live. And people are still watching his videos. I blocked the guy. I left so many nasty comments. It's unreal. And he's 18. That's only 3 years off, but she's 15. The other one was 13. I've seen it. It's happened to me. I'm not with it. I'm not with it whatsoever, man. When that man said that, I'm like, nah, bro. Like, you're big 18. There's no need. And you see it all the time. Even when I was in secondary school, I get to year 11 and there's big men driving down in cars trying to chat up the year 11 girls. They're like 60. Some of them didn't even hit 16 yet. Like, what? I'd always cuss them out. Not too much, though, because obviously they come for me and that. I'm still only a kid myself, but I can't believe it. That it don't fly with me, you know. It's weird. It's weird. So weird. Sano paid off the gang rate. That's what I'm trying to say, bro. Paid off. Not proved innocent in court. Some people will still look at him weird, even if that happens. Because that, as a man, even if you get brushed, even if you don't even go court, because there's no evidence. Look at Dutcharelli. There was no evidence. He didn't even go court. But it was court of public opinion. That one conversation as well, and he's done. Done. But these men can just pay off, man, and just turn up to the World Cup like it's nothing. I'm not saying don't treat party like a cunt, because if he's done it, you're a cunt. But at the same time, you're not letting him here, there. You know, certain Korean players are getting discriminated. Referees can't come in the country. Oh, they're terrorists. They're terrorists. But we can allow grapists to come in and kiddie fiddlers and that. Like, get out of here, man. Crazy work, innit? Pundits might as well be like top gooners avoiding bringing an Arteta, yeah? Any injuries to one Arsenal player, the shields would be like, la, 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 don't mention Arteta. They don't. And what they try and do, they think they're smart. They try to use our argument against us. Because what I say to them is, all right, so why every time we win, it's by the grace of Arteta, but when any time we lose, it's nothing to do with him. And they try to reverse it on me. You ain't got an argument. Because it's gay. And that's all it is. That's all it is. Or you're way too much of a cult member, bro, because you're moving like a cult. It don't matter if we've got some kiddie fiddler, rapist, worse terrorist. It don't matter who we've got. Oh, but he's Arsenal, so no one say anything. Don't say anything bad. You're making us all look bad. You're harboring this guy. You're telling anyway. Sando admitted it and apologized. Oh. So it weren't even just pay off to not go court. It's just pay off because wow, compensation. Wow. That's not a mistake. His and Japan coach word. You can't let go. Sorry. Mistake. How is rape a mistake? Oh, I just tripped up and raped you. Like, how is it a mistake? And loads of girls, like, they'll be consenting and then afterwards things will go bad or they'll have an argument and girls will try it. I'm not saying that don't happen, but you've admitted it and apologized. Oh, that's all right. That's all right. That's actually spun me, bro. That's actually spun me, bro. I only found out the other day when Japan were playing Brazil as well, because of we was doing the watch along, and not just that, but remember I told you about Japan versus Brazil Twitter. That's a thing. Why is no one? Imagine if that was Thomas Partey that admitted it and paid someone off for it. Imagine. I can't believe. Apparently the agency set it up and they are under investigation too for trafficking kids. I mean, Jesus Christ. And people think these things don't happen. You think it's all in the movies, don't you? It's not. One to watch, Suzuki to Leeds. Weren't someone else in for Suzuki though? It weren't Leeds. I swear I just reported on it. It was Aston Villa, because Emi Martinez might be going to Juventus as well, Sean, innit? So Aston Villa might be in for Suzuki as well. All right, guys, listen, it's 2.5 hours, man. I need to smoke. We're starting to get into politics and stuff, and that's when I know that the time's done. You know what I mean? So we are going to be back as well in like 2.5 hours. Yeah, so not long at all. Catch me back on with Shane at 5. You probably want to be there. He's no doubt going to try and chat shit, you know what I mean, about being the victim, even though we all know that's not true. And he might have a little few things made up himself, you know what I mean? So it might be worth joining us there. But yes, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Big up to Tone. Didn't even see you, man. Diamonde is crap. Rather get Noosa. Wow. Fair play. Recon, I need a Senegal win tonight for African nations. I'm here for it. A pathetic manager. Yep, absolutely. Big up to E. Ross, DG, every legend that was in the building today. Big up to Fraley. I know views. It's happened to too many, way too many. You know what I mean? Way too many. But listen, like I said, let me get out of here. Who's live right now? I'm going to have a quick little look before you all just start piling out anyway. It's only 20 people again. You know what I mean? I can't see nobody live. King is live. King _ D2H2. I don't know who. I'm subscribed to them, so I don't know. Maybe I do know them. Maybe I do. Get over there and hit them with a views raid anyway. Secret, I see you. Big up to all of you legends that passed through, man. A lot better today, in my humble opinion. And we will catch up. If I didn't get to your comment, I'm so sorry. 45 likes, amazing. You know, nearly 3 hours, man. And look, now there's only 13 people. Yeah, so let me get out of here before it gets even worse. If I missed your comment, apologies. Catch you back at 5 on Shane.
What in the hell is going on?
Excellent question. And the answer you're looking for lies right here.
Who are you? Really?
Really? I am just a figment of your imagination.